everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Friday. It is April the 11th already. Welcome back. How is everybody doing this morning? We're back. I want to level my Warlock today, but before I do that, there's one thing that I'm just gonna chunk through. I'm not even gonna complain about it. I need to do the side gigs. I haven't done them yet this week. It doesn't matter which character I do them on, so I figure I'll do them on Anthus. I feel like he does good damage. I feel like he's fun. I feel like he's chipper. You know, he's ready for a good day. So I'm just gonna pick these up, slam them out, because there's rep that I need from those still. Fossil Streets, thank you for the 22-month resub. Feeling 22. Appreciate it. Welcome back. Oh, man. Don't know about you. Good morning. It's a lovely day out. It's just beautiful. I am excited to Warlock level today. For the last couple of days, I've been doing like delves and weeklies for an hour or two, and then spending the last hour of stream Warlock leveling. And the leveling is just really fun. Oh, I think I've gone the wrong way. I think that this isn't where I'm going. Let's take a look here. So I want to see, I think my Warlock is close to 40. She's kind of high 30s right now. Yeah, we're going to the other drill. He's dressed appropriately for the coast. I'll say that much. But I want to see how far we can get when I actually just go ahead and send it for the better part of 3 hours anyway. The end game with the Warlock is much the same as it's been with Anthus, my Paladin, and Bop, my Hunter. I want to get them into some, champion-ish gear. I want to get them, into a cute transmog. I want to get them doing delves every week. I want to get them doing chat lists every week, and that's about it. I'm not too fussed about the rest of it. Swallowed Cajamite. Swallowed. Maybe in a... No, it is out here. Oh, swallowed. Okay. We can do that. All right. There we go. Yesterday, I finished raid early. We finished raid early because all we had to do last night was kill Heroic Gallywix again. All we had to do was re-clear him. We were struggling with that on Wednesday night, but we came back last night and we're in much better shape. I don't know if the comp was... I think the comp might have been a bit better. We had our Demon Hunters, so we were able to actually have the Demon Hunter buff, which I think is helpful, but it was good. We got it killed, and then I had a bunch of extra time after raid because it didn't take as long as I thought it did. For a second, I was like, why is Sylvanas questing? But I remember they let us have Sylvanas Transmog. That's right. So I had a bunch of extra time, and we were like, oh, what if we go out to the movies? I've been meaning to go to the movies to see... there was a sci-fi movie in theaters called Mickey 17 that I wanted to watch. And I went to go look up showtimes, and it was out of theaters already around me. So I was like, well... can I rent it? And it turns out that I could. So I had a movie night at home instead. Made some popcorn. Got into my pajamas. It was perfect. I did not see the Minecraft movie. No, I rented Mickey 17. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It was fun. I've heard that the Minecraft movie is fun for that demographic. It's nice for there to be good movies like that for people. Do we have music on? Game music. We do. It's just not rolling. Oh, it's rolling a little bit. We're looking for treasure. We're going to do support beams, which is inside the cave. And these are mainly just for, little bits of rep. It's almost not enough rep to make it worth it, given that sometimes these quests take a bit. They're seemingly longer to do than your standard world quests. There's going to be a new batch of world quests in the zone that I'll need to do, but that doesn't spawn till later today, I'm pretty sure. I think that we're looking at tomorrow for that. Kazalgar, Undermine. Yeah, there's a bunch of world quests, but I believe I've done all of these already. Yeah, sure did. So tomorrow we can do a world quest reclear for more rep. Although it's going to be Steam Weedle rep, and I'm exalted with Steam Weedle. I'm going to need it anyway for Paragon caches, but next week I'm picking a new cartel to partner with for sure. I don't think I need to kill those things. Kitty Rotten, thank you very much for the 8-month resub. How you doing? Doing campaign? What do you mean? Which campaign do you mean? Right now I'm doing side gig quests on one of my alts to get some reputation with the Goblin factions, and then I'm going to be logging on to a level 30 something alt to level. I'm in Hillsbrad Foothills right now, and when I run out of stuff in there, I might go do Western Plaguelands. That might be my next stop, or Hinterlands, one of those two places. Not to use all the conversation topics at the top of the stream, but what are you reading at the moment? Have the Pratchett series been consumed? I nearly finished Discworld. I read every Discworld novel except for the last published one, which I could not bring myself to start because I did not want to live in a world where I had run out of Discworld novels, so I haven't started it yet. It's another Tiffany Aching novel. I'm sure it's lovely. I have it. I guess I'm saving it for a rainy day. I don't know. Right now I'm doing a reread of the Magician's trilogy. I'm in the second one, The Magician King is where I'm currently at. I think I'm just going to be rereading through books that I already have for a while. Both to save money, and sometimes it's nice to just kind of be comfy and read things that you already know that you like. What have you guys been reading? 7 books in the past 3 weeks. It's a lot of reading. Carried axe eggs up here. Very nice. Plans for what you're gonna do when the rep bonus begins? You know what? I don't. I think it'll depend on where I'm at in my life when it begins. I don't believe I need the rep at all because it does not apply to undermine reps, which are really the only ones that I'm working on right now. So I don't think I'm really bothered at all about the bonus for older reputations. And then what else would I do with it? For experience, I mean, it'll be nice for leveling alts, but I'm not waiting to level alts until then. I have plenty of characters, and I'm leveling another one. It's usually just because I got it into my head that I wanted a different race class combination. After the Warlock, I may start leveling something else. I may just keep going until I have one character of every class leveled, so I could look at which classes I don't have at 80 yet and think about a different one. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know if I'm going to systemically get all of my 70s to 80. It would be a good time to do that if I was going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Although if there's 70s that I don't want to get to 80, then maybe I should consider deleting them, because if I'm not going to play them, I'm not going to play them. I don't know if my Pandaren mage is long for this world. I want to play a mage. I don't really want to play a Pandaren mage. Rest in pieces. What was her name? Honeyplum? Sugarflower? I don't know. She's got a cute Pandaren name, but she's I think she's doomed. Red Sunrise on the Reaping. That was very good. What are you guys planning for when the bonus starts? Oh, you know what I should do today, actually? I should at some point pull up the patch, I don't know, notes, content summary. There's there's got to be something that'll just tell me what's coming in the next patch and maybe read it, because I am underinformed. I am flying blind. All I've got is what people have told me on stream, and I feel like I've got a pretty good picture of it from that, but it would not kill me to actually read the updates, so we could do that on stream. That would be fun. Debating what race to make a mage. Thinking dwarf. Very nice. I keep thinking that's like a star icon, like somebody's marked one of those things over there, but they have not. Reading Dungeon Crawler Carl, which is a hilarious series about a guy who gets stuck in a dungeon with his cat. Lit RPG. Easy page turner. Nice. Hurts my heart to delete characters even if I have no interest in playing them. I wish we could have a graveyard section. Yeah, what if there was an extra scene and it was just the farm and it was like huge rolling hills in Nagrand or something, and it's where you just archive characters. You're sending them to live upstate, you know. They're fine. You just can't see them anymore, you know. They don't allow any visitors there. Afternoon. How you doing? Good afternoon. I'm doing very well. How are you? I'm feeling energetic and optimistic, if I was going to pick 2 words today. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm looking for pillars here. Yeah, you could save a class for a Legion Remix leveling. I have this feeling, and I know it didn't work out this way for Boppin, but I have this feeling that if I want to level a character to actually like play it for a while, Remix might be the worst possible way for me to do that, because I spend so little time leveling that I don't build any connection with the character, and then I end up like not caring about it at all. It's hard for me to kind of reconnect to a character that I don't even remember leveling. I might not do... Well, why was I leveling so many characters? Was it just because I could? It might have been just because I could. I think it was also partly for heritage armor. Did I? No, I only did 2 support beams. I need way more support beams. I'm not in the right area of this cave here. I wanted heritage armor, so I leveled some stuff for heritage. I think there's probably still a few that I need to do. Maybe before I go deleting my Pandaren. Oh no, we don't have Pandaren heritage yet, do we? Maybe I keep her around for the day that they add Pandaren heritage armor. We are on the correct side again. There we go. Alt leveling up in delves. Nice. I'm okay. Had that realization in Remix 2. Might stick to 1 next time. Yeah. Yeah, I had a couple characters that I leveled that I think were maybe just for heritage. Become the ultimate shadow priest. I think Remix will be fun next time it comes around again. I think it'll be really good. I enjoyed it last time. I had a couple of characters. I did priest, I did hunter, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing again. Deleted all my remix ults, actually. My remix character became my main. Want to level a warrior for Legion remix, or maybe a demon hunter. Very nice. Yeah, some of mine must have made it. Some of them are just a bit extraneous, though. There's another pillar. Let's go around here. This might be my least favorite side gig quest. Also, is there a ramp at any point? Or am I just gonna hop up on this machinery? Alt leveling is a good way to collect bronze. Maybe that's why I did it. Open Legion Remix, they incentivize keeping the same character. I thought it was done reasonably well. Like, on your main character, you were able to collect bronze a lot faster. If you kind of got to that point where your character was quite geared, you were able to do a pretty good job of it. Because you could just smoke through like a whole batch of raids and get like a lot more bronze than a fresh character would get. But it was probably more accessible to level alts because there wasn't any prerequisite of having set up the character and gotten them over that like gearing hump. I think they would maybe next time they do remix take a look at making the power curve a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it'd be fine because we would know what to expect this time. Last time there was a huge shock because we were told we were going to be so overpowered, and then you get leveled and you're terribly underpowered, and it's like, well, you've got room to grow, and we're like, yeah, but like we feel bad. It took a while to kind of get to that point where you started to feel overpowered. Only ever made 1 remix character, still playing him, got him to max level and geared. Maybe when I log off here and I go to the I'm gonna go to my alt to start leveling my Warlock, I can take a look through my character screen and see what kind of remix alts I've forgotten that I had. Anthus can go hang out in the hotel, I guess. Seems like a reasonable place for him to be. His car's green, that's good. Yeah, so that got me a little bit of reputation. I'm glad we did that. A couple of Valor Stones for this guy. I think there's an item upgrader at the hotel. I know there's one in the raid version of the hotel. I'm assuming it's also true for here.
Watch yourself.
I wonder if there's anything I should be. Well, maybe it's just in the raid then. You're not an item upgrader, are you? Nah. Okay, that's fine. Let's see here. What remix alts do I even have? Boppin was a remix alt, so she's a success story. I got her leveled, I got her geared, I got kind of reconnected with her. I wanted a goblin, and it was nice to have one already at 70. I leveled her for heritage armor, and I did get heritage armor, so that worked out. This is the Warlock that lost to the Undead Warlock when we were figuring out what to play. Who else was... Oh, that's what her name was, Primrosy. This was a remix alt. I'll keep her because they might add Pandaren heritage, but I don't know. I'm not really vibing with that one. Who else? Squidgy. Squidgy was a remix main, actually. So there's just an extraneous gnome hunter. Can't forget about her. This one might have been as well. I might have wanted like a Tauren, like a regular Tauren. Or a high mountain Tauren. Sometimes I can't tell. And then, yeah, that one got leveled for a Worgen for heritage, which I still have yet to do. I need to do that at some point. These guys. Mollywobble. No, Mollywobble got remade. Molly Wobble got remade and leveled during remix, so these two are also remix elves that I have no... I think if I make a monk, I don't think I'm going to use this one. I don't know, maybe. And then, oh yeah, and that was my other remix main. Forgot I had a troll priest. Yeah, I guess that's about it. It's not so many. I wonder if I deleted a few of them or if I just didn't make as many as I thought I did. Anyways, I'm all leveling. We'll quest for a little bit, and then whenever I feel like I want to take a break, I can whip out the patch notes and kind of read through the update and see if we can get hyped. Oh, you coming up here, kitty cat? Meow. Yeah, Minta's from the Kyrian campaign. She was my steward through all of Shadowlands. I was very surprised I was able to get the name. And I've been sitting on the name ever since, but I haven't decided what character I want to use the name for. Maybe this season I'll pick out an alt that I want to remake basically and name her that. I don't know of what class, but that's kind of a later me problem. All right. Oh, I managed to sell some things. Actually, managed to sell some things for decent, half decent amount. Lovely. All right. Let's go do the quest over here on this side. Hi, sweetie. Hi, kitty cat. I have one more hat, so I can get my buff back one more time without needing to go back to town. Very good. Darkmoon Fair is up for another day or two. Not super long. I am here trying to save the hill fawns. That's what I'm trying to do. But we also we need the stag meat. So we're saving the babies and we're killing their parents. It's a deer classic. Also, I don't think the baby saving goes very well if I remember this quest correctly. I don't think this item does a lot of good to them in their lives. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get too ahead of myself for after the Warlock, because I'm going to get this leveled, and then I'm going to get this geared and do delve. So it'll probably be a week or two before I'm ready for another character. Are you angry with me? You are angry with me. This is terrible. Also, this is the first I've gotten haunt. I can only haunt one thing. Angry and unstable. Also, they're... Uh-oh. I got fawn ploded. I'm gonna need to stay away from those. I guess I should take unstable more seriously. I'm just gonna res here. You only get 60 seconds of res sickness. Although I did lose my hat, which is really upsetting. I lost my 10% experience buff. I wonder if it's worth going back to get it. Her Hearthstone takes her to Brill. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. It might be. It might not be. I might die again. This is actually kind of a dangerous leveling area. It's there's like a big guy that you can fight. Yetimus is a bit dangerous, or at least he used to be. Let's get our pet back. Let's get our Warlock thing. Stay away from any exploding deer. I'm level 38. I would love to get up a little higher today. We got 16 more seconds. We can pick an herb or two while we wait here. She was a Plaguelands survivor. I think I'm going to pick a new title today. I haven't figured out what her favorite title is. I feel like I'm cycling them, trying them on for size. She could be an elder. She could be esteemed. We've started riding the Bloodthirsty Dreadwing, which is not the shot mount, the one that almost looks like the shot mount but isn't quite. I want to say it's from the Arathi Highlands, but I don't remember. I think not that I'm getting ahead of myself, but if I was gonna get ahead of myself, one of the next classes that I might mess with for fun might be Mage, if I'm in my caster era. Hey Rahat, thank you very much for the 2-month resub. Appreciate it very, very much. I hope you're having a lovely Friday. Hope everybody's off to the beginning of a promising looking weekend. Maybe some spring weather, depending on where you live. A lot of people around here are beginning their spring, like, yard keeping. People doing, like, mowing and pruning and planting. And I am just frothing with jealousy. I want a yard so bad. Warlock's so much fun. I'm really enjoying Affliction, actually. This has been kind of fun. Alright, I got all my dots. We're rapturing. We're rapturing. The word is rapture, but I keep thinking, if you could taunt it, that would be great. I keep thinking that I'm rupturing them, like I'm rupturing my dots. You know what this is making me realize? Is that I need to... I need to... use my other defensives a little bit better. Also... Oh, he's knocking him back. I'm like, where is my pet going? He's almost dead. He's almost dead. Just live. Can I Mortal Coil? Will that work? It will work. Okay. He's almost dead. That thing is so dangerous. It's like been dangerous for a long time too. Hazel willingly leveling a mage was not on my bingo card. This is my we're gonna try new things. We're on a try new things journey class-wise, especially because I think I've chilled out about like needing to learn them very well. It's occurred to me that I can just kind of play them at a very basic level and still get them some amount of gear and have some fun and kind of have them set up to help me with whatever alt grinds that I want to do at level 80. And it doesn't have to be like a crazy long project. It doesn't have to take longer than like two weeks of like casually chipping away at it. Okay. And then this one. And maybe a haunt on that one. But if I did do a mage next, I'm going to have to think long and hard about what I want the race to be. Maybe a human, just because I went undead for this one. Maybe I would do a human mage. I like human mages. I think they look kind of classic and iconic. But there's lots and lots and lots of options now. They've added so many races to this game. I don't know what to do. Let's finish saving the hill fawns, if we can. And let's get the heck away from them because they're dangerous and I don't trust them. Need beating Yeti hearts, the stag witch, and I think his pants are going to be in the cave. I think we can loot Humbert's stuff from inside the cave here. Cave Yeti. Let's do pulls of like 3. I think I can handle 5, but I'm nervous. Only play Aff Lock. Anything and everything, run in circles and watch everything die. Yeah, it's been kind of fun. I like the other specs as well. I appreciate that there's a lot of variety between the specs that Warlocks get. They feel very different and distinct from each other to me. PvPing helped a lot this week with Raid. Oh, nice. Always loved female troll casters, however, cannot deal with their feet. They do kind of have an aversion to shoes. And pedicures. Which you'd think you would get at a discount when you only have 2 big toenails. What about a Vulpera mage? I don't think I'm gonna play a Vulpera. They're cute, but cute in kind of like a, I don't know, animals to embroider on a pillow kind of way. I don't usually connect with the super animal-based races. What's the closest thing that I've actually played a bunch? I don't know. I always stop leveling an alt when I hit the current X back. Feels disrespectful to my time doing something that I did on my main 5 minutes ago. Very much a me problem. I feel like I get that. I feel like I understand. Have a Vulpera priest. What horde races have I not considered enough? I mean, I have a lot of horde alts. I guess I could play an alliance one. Morning gamers. Good morning, pre-mate. But yeah, I tend to not stick with characters that are Pandaren, Worgen, Tauren, Vulpera. Are there any other examples, or are those the main ones? Those might be the big ones. Oh. I don't know if it's coming through the mic, but neighbor doggy's very sad. This one. This one. Lovely. What level am I? 38. Nearly 39. I wonder if there's any good things that I'm really looking forward to unlocking in the levels soon. Talent-wise. There's a couple of... We're 6 points away from getting another capstone talent down here. I guess we're just going to be filling things in for a hot minute. So yeah, if I was going to make a mage, and I wasn't going to be an undead... There's a couple types of trolls. There's humans. There's a wide variety of elves. I'm trying to think if it's going to be a cloth character. What do I like? Who do I like being in cloth? There's a variety of dwarves too, but I think dwarf's kind of a non-starter for me. Even though their racials are really good. I really like healing dwarves in my dungeon groups. Flabby plays a dwarf, my main tank plays a dwarf, because they can... I think Dark Iron and regular dwarves both have a version of stone form or something that can cleanse dots. They work a bit differently, but they do the same thing in terms of like if they have an extra magic dot on or whatever on them, they can help take it off, and it's really nice for a lot of dungeons. It comes up in Cinderbrew Beatery a lot. Do you make your own talent builds as you go when leveling ults? I do. It's kind of fun to not just have to copy a guide. Yeah, I kind of improvise while I'm leveling, but the moment that I hit level 80, I will import a build for sure. And then I'll usually have a couple of new buttons to learn because I didn't check those ones out when I was leveling. I wouldn't say that I put a large amount of thought into my leveling builds though. I just kind of like scan the available options and go, well, this sounds like fun. This one sounds like a good idea. Kitty Rotten, thank you very much for the gift sub. First character was an undead mage. I wanted to be the next. I don't know what that was meant to be. Maybe that's a name that I'm not familiar with. Alright, Humbert's Helm is over here. Let's see, we can probably pull a bunch of these. Let's pull them all up with Agony. And then we'll do a seed. And the one with the seed is going to get the UA. And then once it explodes, we can kind of rapture, and the 2 dots on the rest of them should do it. Yeah, that's good. Oh, it's a mage PvP god. Oh, okay. That's cool. I used to occasionally I would be leveling, and I would see somebody... Oh, now implies Shadow Embrace. What's Shadow Embrace? I would see somebody in like a random dungeon group of mine just doing a lot of damage. I would just run into a very good player coincidentally, and then I would, whatever character they were playing, like whatever race class combination it happened to be, I would be like, ooh, what if that's the secret? Like, and it wasn't, obviously. It's just a good player. But I was very easily influenced to make a new alt by just running into somebody who happened to be really good at the class. Okay, let's do the same thing. Let's do this. This, Woo. Ah. Nope, too many. It's okay, I've got a soul stone. I'm up. Ah, he's evading. This is why we didn't go back for a Dark Moon Fair buff, as I had a somewhat accurate premonition that I was gonna get myself killed again. We almost lived that. I think my problem is I pulled more than 5. I think 5 is my absolute limit. We need to make another... No, I got a Hellstone. We're good. We need to make another Soulstone in a second. It's time to jump down the ledge. Would have been a good idea. Hesitant to make a Volpera for so long, and now I have one at 70, and I love it. Nice. I need his sword. Where has he left his sword? It's in the cave somewhere, so I'm not actually ready to be leaving yet. Oh, it might be up top here, though. Always gravitated towards the meta. Ended up changing my race because all the mages in my PvE guild were troll. Yeah. I used to check character guides whenever I was making a new character to see what they wanted to what they recommended for race class combinations, or I would check to see what the most popular ones made were, so that I could have like the best racials. But I gave up on that because I realized that if I didn't like the character, it didn't matter how good the racials were. I wasn't going to end up playing it. Level pair is perfect, Bangles. They make really good farming characters as well. What is... Oh, I don't know. Because of the make camp racial, but... Hi, kitty cat. How you doing? How are you? Okay, we did all of our Yetis. We got Humbert's personal belongings. All we need is 8 stag meats, and then we're ready to turn in a whole batch of quests. She's been wearing these Twilight Cultist robes, and I kind of like them because I feel like the pink in the belt that's built onto the robe sort of brings out the pink in her hair, especially the dark part at the end of it. But her gloves for sure do not match. Also, I was going to pick up a different title. I forgot. Should she be just smelly? Miss Kira. How you doing? She is taken to parking in front of the door both before I leave and also when I get back in, which means you have to open the door very slowly so that you don't bonk the cat at speed. You're going to bonk the cat slowly because there's no other way to open the door. But she does move once the door touches her. So you just kind of like have to slowly creak it out. Let's do Seed of Corruption. And then maybe a little bit of this. But she must not mind because she keeps doing it. She knows that I'm going to be coming back, so she keeps waiting there. And often I'll be coming back with Moose, and he's so excited to see her the moment he gets in the door that he just has to give her a bunch of huge kisses. And she must not mind that either because, again, she keeps showing up for it. She knows it's a possibility. She's a smart cat. If she didn't want it, she wouldn't be there. Oh, there's a briar thorn over here. Hi, sweetie. She's taken to doing this thing with Moose where sometimes right when he gets in the door, but more often if he's like sleeping on the couch, she'll creep up on him and smell his feet. I don't know if she's trying to figure out like where he's been or if there's some kind of like information she's getting about him from smelling his feet or if she's just feeling silly, but like it's really funny because normally, you know, it wasn't that long ago that she wanted absolutely nothing to do with him. And now she'll like kind of wait out until he's not paying attention and see if she can get behind him. Because if he's watching, he gets just kind of unnerved. He's like, what are you, why? You know, like he just doesn't quite trust what's going on. But if he's out, then he doesn't know. You're a little dog paw sniffer. I'm gonna sniff in his paws. And you can't tell me what you smell. I don't know what kind of secrets you know. What are the secrets? Little kitty ASMR. I want to do hill stags for stag meat, but I need to find some that haven't been toasted by these foothill stalkers. This quest I remember kind of sucks, but I'm already halfway through it, so I feel like I want to finish it. Cat does that with our dog too. It's cute. Kitty is small. You're such a sweet girl. Sometimes after stream I will curl up on the couch to have lunch and my partner will make a hot water bottle because sometimes I get kind of cold sitting at the desk for a few hours. And Kitty's noticed this and she'll show up and try to like lay right on my lap like on top of the hot water bottle. So I'll try and like wedge a blanket in there so I don't cook the cat. But yesterday she was sleeping so sweetly and I had to get up, but I kind of tried to wiggle out so I could leave her with the water bottle and she was happy as a clam. She stayed on the couch like all afternoon. She was having a nice snooze. I don't know if it's worth my time to keep trying for the stag meat here. It's tough. One thing that you can do is you can kill a bunch of the cats so the cats stop killing the deer that you need. It's a bit extra though. Because if the cats do it, then you're not doing it. And we need it for stag witches. Hello, Scarlet. Happy Friday. Good morning or afternoon or evening. Welcome. I hope you're having a lovely day. I was feeling, I was in a jewelry mood this morning. I put on an extra ring and a necklace and I thought in the cardigan with the jewelry on kind of looked like someone's widow. It was giving emotionally closed off widow vibes. I am. Nice. Glad to hear it. Yeah. See, why can't I loot you? You don't have any loot. You don't have any loot. I need your meat. There's people that want to eat deer, and I should, around these kind of Forsaken, I should just be happy they're not trying to eat people. Maybe we pull over a little bit. Emotionally closed-up Shadow Priest player Widow. Now, did the Shadow Priest die, or does the Widow play a Shadow Priest? Oh. I think I'm more or less in touch with my feelings, such as they are. Both. I don't know. I think if you have two Shadow Priests fall in love with each other at the same time, it doesn't bode well for anybody. That's not a story with a happy ending. I know a lot of people date people in WoW, or like date people that also play WoW. There's plenty of couples that play WoW together. I don't know of any couples that play WoW together, though, and play the same class. I'm sure it happens, but I've never heard of it. That is surrender to madness. That's how you get the mana storms. True, actually, big true. I don't know if we would describe them as happy. I guess I didn't specify happy couples. Oh, I just need a little bit. Yeah, you. How was your day, though? So far, so good. It's only 9:41 in the morning for me. I haven't done a whole lot yet. No! I'm struggling to get this quest done. Every time I find a deer that might want to drop me some meat, it either doesn't drop anything or it phases. Or like a lion comes and kills it first. Rico1, thank you for the 31-month resub. Appreciate it. I've been doing some spring cleaning. I've been doing a thing where like every time I leave my home, I like bring like another thing to to give away or get rid of. Just trying to like pare down unnecessary belongings in case I do end up moving. And if I don't end up moving, then I've just decluttered, you know. We're just embracing 2% more minimalism. This one. Just minimize the stream for a second. Got an ad that began with a crying newborn baby and was extremely confused by what had happened suddenly on stream. Yeah, I sometimes like to bury the lead with personal life things because it's not like the main point of the content, but it would be very impressive if I managed to conceal an entire pregnancy and then just whip out a baby on stream and be like, sorry guys, hang on. BRB baby. I don't think I could pull it off. I don't think I would be capable of doing that without whining about it. I assumed it was Kira for a second. You cry sometimes. You like to say meow. When she's mad, she just goes meow. Sorry, kitty. I know you're fine. She's sleeping. All right, we did it. The stag witches have been saved. Are you due to hunt houses again, Sim? I am. I've got some places to go, people to talk to, things to see. Keeping on top of stuff. Keep all the fingers crossed. Keep hoping and believing. And this one. Yeah, those are a decent chunk of a level. Are those an upgrade? They are. Huge upgrade. Having fun? House hunting or playing WoW? I'm having a lot of fun playing WoW. House hunting's really stressful. It's not kind on the emotions. Especially for somebody like me who's kind of anxious to begin with. It is rough. But it's the kind of rough that I really want to do and get through and get to the other side of. Adulting things. Oh, definitely the WoW buying house sucks. It'll be great if I get one. I'll be very, very excited if I get one. But I have a feeling there's some more stress to go through first. Thought you were level 60. Level 40. Just hit level 40. Speaking of level 40, any more talents to spend? Yeah. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Looks like East Point Tower. I feel like the Frostwolf quests aren't very good. I don't know. This is like a PvP area. This is the battleground. Yeah, I know that like there's quests up here, but I don't really do those ones. I don't think we're messing with that. We'll go check out the tower. But yeah, I'm having a ton of fun on my Warlock. What profession do you get title Smelly with? The Smelly title was from the Niffin Reputation, I believe, in... Gosh, what expansion was that? Didn't we just do it? Was it Dragonflight that we did Niffin? Or was Niffin Shadowlands? Must have been Dragonflight, right? Yeah! It was the under the Dragonflight patch, that's right. Owl beasts. Read anything good recently? I read a bunch of Discworld novels. I was just telling stream earlier that I was saving the last one because I'm not emotionally prepared to be done. I'm not ready to be out of Discworld novels. There's so many of them that it was very comforting that I was always going to have another one lined up for after I finish the present one, but if I start the next one, there's nothing lined up after that, so I've pivoted to rereading some series that I already own. Derelict Caverns, that's what it was. That's right. Lots of people read books. Lots of people read books. Lots of people don't. It's not particularly special one way or the other, but I enjoy them. I like them. I like reading books at bedtime because it's kind of like a nice, quiet, dark place to focus on it and really lets you get into it. Nearly finished first Wheel of Time. Very good. Nice. I read Wheel of Time, was it last year? I feel like reading them honestly took me like 2 years to get through all of the books. It was that's a big series. I enjoyed it very much though. Into Brandon Sanderson lately. Very nice, very nice. I read, what was it called? What was the Sanderson series I read called? I mean, Sanderson finished The Wheel of Time, so I read a couple there, but then also, oh, I forget. One of the series. I read on my iPad in iBooks in night mode with the lights out. So I'm using like an e-reader format. I used to read physical books, but given storage and moving constraints, and also it's really nice being able to read without having a reading light on, I find. And having like a very gently backlit book lets me do that. Helps me get to sleep. Yeah, Mistborn, that's what it was. I read Mistborn, or at least the first 3. I think there was like another 3 that were like with the same universe, but later on. Yeah, I liked physical books very much. I still appreciate the romance of them, but practically I really like reading on the iPad. I lied on my CV about reading books as I thought it made me sound smarter. They asked me what I'd been reading, and I had to confess that I only listened to audiobooks, and the last one I listened to was the Britney Spears one! Oh my god, that's so funny. What did they say? Like, bless your honesty, holy moly. Oh, love night mode. Can confirm moving books sucks, they're so heavy. Yeah. The only books that I keep physical copies of now are cookbooks because I find it very practical. And if I have a digital recipe, I'll literally print it out. I have a binder where I keep printed recipes because I hate trying to keep a screen on while I'm cooking or getting like flour or grease on my devices, so... that's the only place in my life for physicals. Luckily my boss found it hilarious and we get on great now. Nice. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a moment of vulnerability. Also, did you enjoy the Britney Spears book? Listen to classic soft rock and daydream to relax before bed. Nice. It sounds lovely. But yeah, every time I moved, I got rid of a few more books to the point that I just don't have hard copies of anything except for cookbooks anymore. I like the Instagram reels that are like, I read 3,000 books this year, and they run through all the books that they read to their kids. Yeah, that's funny. I wonder if they're memeing on people that try to brag about having read a lot of books. I think reading's great. I think having read a lot is great, but it's strange to me when people try to make it to like a status thing, like it's... I don't know. I mean, do people do that with other forms of media, like movies? Is anybody like, oh man, I've seen like 2,000 movies this year? I guess that would be a lot of hours. I don't know. It's like entertainment. I don't know. I just don't get it. Depends on the books. Spears' book is upsetting. I like a good biography sometimes, depending on who it's of. Will you make a guide for 1115? That's a good question. I don't know. I have a couple of guides that I should probably make before that. Galliwick's being one of them. I have plenty of footage now of him on normal and heroic. Movie buffs can be very pedantic. I've heard of this stereotype of like a really, like you're saying, pedantic, like a very kind of elitist movie buff, and I've never met that person. I've always been a little bit curious too. I've never come across them. Like a Kindle for how easy it is to move around with, but it will never beat the physical book for me. I love looking around bookstores, even though I get my books digitally. I still love wandering around a bookstore, but I've become that person that goes to a bookstore and then buys like socks because I'm not actually buying a book because I read digitally. Someone professing to have read all the Twilight series won't carry as much weight as someone who's read Shakespeare. Maybe. I just feel it's a little silly to assign weight to either of them. Like, why do we care how people are entertaining themselves? As long as you're not, like, I don't know, burning ants, I feel like you're cool. Looks so bad. Thank you for the 21-month resub. More dots! More dots now. Talking of cooking with a device, remember on a recent night making veggie tempura from scratch? My iPad resembled a breaded and fried piece of potato by the end of the night. The real question, though, did the tempura turn out? It sounds delicious. I've seen all the Rick and Morty episodes, so I'm super smart. Hello. Misreading? No good books anymore? I think I read the whole Lord of the Rings books like 20 times. There must still be good books, although I am also guilty of only really crediting older books. Not like super old books, but like older books that have already kind of been established as classics. It's harder for me to take a chance on something that's come out recently because I don't know, I guess I just don't trust people's tastes are going to match up with mine anyways. Like, everybody's got their own individual tastes, and a lot of popular recommendations haven't really worked out for me. So I tend to stick with things that have been like really, that come up a lot on like greatest of all times lists. So like Dune and Discworld were examples of that. Wheel of Time was an example of that. Obviously Lord of the Rings, A Song of Ice and Fire, kind of fantasy like classics that are almost unassailable because they've just been around and they've had that cultural cachet for so long. Delicious. A once-a-year meal as the frying oil got everywhere. Yeah, this is why I don't fry things. It's delicious and it's fun to do at home, but holy moly, the cleanup I can't deal. Book TikTok started influencing the book market a lot. Yeah, and I'm sure there's still other books out there. And I guess I don't know much about what book TikTok influences. I've heard some of it is erotic, which is fine, but like a little bit of a jump scare to get if that's not what you were looking for in your book. Are we doing this? We're doing this one. But, yeah, there's plenty of good books out there. It's just tricky trying to find them. The best thing you can possibly do is figure out somebody that has similar tastes as you that curates lists or makes recommendations. Because I found that algorithmic recommendations are no good for me. They do not help. Readers such as you also enjoyed. It does great with music. Music recommendation algorithms I find work lovely, but book recommendation algos are terrible for me. They've not gotten me anywhere. But if I can find like an editor that curates a list that I kind of agree with, then they can put you onto some stuff that's good. But I think that whatever media that you're enjoying, the important thing is that it's nice that you're able to take some time for yourself and get into a story or piece of art that you like in whatever way works for you. You know, people like books, people like audiobooks, people like games, obviously. Movies, TV shows, podcasts, endlessly binged YouTube videos, you know, it's all good. Alright, we're looking for ghosts. We're ghost hunting. Speaking of podcasts. What do you like? Fantasy? Fantasy. Sci-fi occasionally. I feel like you could call Dune sci-fi more so than fantasy. And I enjoyed those ones very much. Some nonfiction. I like biographies. I had a big phase. I might have read them all now. I had a big phase where I was reading kind of like personal development, pop psychology, kind of self-help books. And I got to the point where I had read so many of them that they were all just quoting each other. And I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I've exhausted the genre. Like there's no book that's going to fix me at this point. I've tried. There is no magical paragraph I'm going to read that's going to make me go, oh, that's my problem. And then everything's going to be fine. So it's not going to happen. We tried. I read some great development books, and they're not all trash, but like at a certain point, I've got the info. It's more of an execution problem. Narrath Zero, thank you for the 25-month resub. Took a fiction appreciation class in college that was actually really great. Found my favorite book because it was assigned reading. Recent trick has been to browse subreddits for the genre of book I feel like, and eventually people will recommend the same one over and over. Social media has created wild ideas of what it means to read. Saw a few videos in January, like I read 600 books this year. Treated as a nose-up, pompous race to who can read the most. Yeah, I feel like that's bizarre, but social media makes all kinds of bizarre behavior normalized, at least within the sphere of social media. Sometimes when it's nice to kind of take a step back and disengage with that kind of content, because most people around you, like on the street and in your life and in the world, are not behaving like that, and it's a little bit refreshing. That's a large bear. It's a very large bear. Like, I read a decent amount, but I don't count how many books I read because it's not really like a quantifiable. It's not like a checklist thing, you know. Like if you're reading because you're enjoying it, not to like fill out like a index card. Most people reading 600 books are book reviewers, though. 600 books a year would be like over one book per day. That would have to be all you do, right? Like professionally, if it was your job, it would make sense. Especially if you're somebody that reads very quickly. But, or if they're very short books, like children's books or something, but holy moly. Count how many I read because I think it's fun to have a goal. See if I can hit it. 30 minutes before bed, so it takes me forever to get through a long book. My pace slows down a lot if I'm tired. Like if I've been busy and I'm super tired when I go to bed. I have to pull out my book before I sleep. I refuse to fall asleep without reading anything because I'm kind of a creature of habit. But if I'm really tired, I'll pull out the book and I'll read like a paragraph and I'll be like, okay, good night. Night night. Can you really enjoy a book if you read it that fast? Maybe, maybe not. It's very much up to the person that's reading it, whether or not they think that it's worth it. Maybe I'm being a snob by talking down to people that are being snobby. Maybe it's very satisfying for somebody to read or say that they've read X amount of books and then to feel really good about it. Maybe I'm the one who's not being very understanding by thinking that's a little bit silly. Maybe we should all just stay out of each other's business and let people enjoy things. I don't know. Work IT, have a lot of free time to read. Haven't done my Taiwan grind for months. Help! Just do a little piece of it. Waited all season for a champion one-hander for tanking. How annoying it is to 651 with an Explorer one-hand and 11 Delve. Yeah. Now 654. Oh, you got one. Nice. I always thought you were a massive snob. Sarcasm. I for sure have a snob in me. I have a big judgy judgerson that is like... that is very close to my natural nature. I think that being human is not to not be judgy. It's to recognize when you're being judgy and then tell yourself to, you know, can it internally before it like comes out your face hole. So it's growth, right? IT tend to get a lot of job associated reading it. What are we doing here? We are done with those two quests. I feel like I tend to become judgier internally whenever I am insecure about myself or how I'm doing or, you know, my general state of life. Whenever I'm not feeling good about myself, I will tend to innately become judgier because that's one of the really easy ways to feel better is to judge somebody else and be like, well, at least I'm not doing that bad. You know, that's like the whole point of reality TV. My life's a mess, but I'm not doing this crazy thing, you know. So when realizing that is helpful because sometimes you just want to do it anyway, and that's fine as long as you're not, you know, insulting people to them where they can hear. But like, sometimes it's nice to kind of realize maybe this is a me problem. Maybe there's something tiny I can do to work on me instead of ripping other people to shreds. Maybe. Not every day is going to be a grown-up kind of day. What do I want? This one? No. That one. Yeah. That one. What else we got? Drain life buff. Sounds good. Am I pretty much done? Yeah, I'm pretty much done here. I could do the Highlands. We could do the Hinterlands. Hinterlands are in the other zone, right? No, they're not, are they? We could do... I was going to do Plaguelands. I'm actually really not that far from the Plaguelands. I'm also level 42. We're trying to get to level... Oh, let's just go. Let's just fly north. We're almost there anyway. Minecraft McDonald's ads might finally influence me to get a Happy Meal. They still sell Happy Meals? Love seeing how you level the salt. Makes me feel good about how I want to level my alts. I'm sure there's faster ways to do it, but this seems to be pretty fast. At least it's fast enough for my tastes. And it's fun to kind of revisit all of these zones that I typically really like leveling in. Oh, are there quests here for me? I thought this was the Alliance only area. Oh, it is. What do you want? Argent Officer. They're probably just going to send me to the camp. We're going to start at Anderhall. No matter what you do, leveling has never been faster. Yeah, it feels pretty decent. I don't even have my Darkman Fair buff on right now. I am lazy. Alright, let's clear out our bags a smidge. And we'll pick up a bunch of quests here and there. Don't always want to just dungeon spam, wait for XP buffs. Yeah, that's how I feel about leveling 70 to 80. Like, time walking is a great way to do that. It's arguably the best way to do that, especially if you can do fast dungeon queues and fast dungeon clears. But sometimes I don't want to time walk. Sometimes I'd rather do delve or play the campaign again, or I don't know, just do a bunch of racing and pet battle world quests and hope for the best. Okay, let's do this. Do I want to do a lot of these? I do. As long as we pull no more than 5 things at a time, we'll be fine. I'm just going to dot up a bunch of stuff. Any class race you haven't leveled? Oh, sure, yeah. Or do you mean like not the combo? I must have leveled one of every race and class by now. I've certainly done one of every class. During Remix, I made sure to get a character of every class that I didn't have leveled again. There might be races that I haven't finished yet, but I think I also cleaned up a bunch of those odds and ends with Remix. Used to remember spending all my time leveling, and I basically never do it now. Poor neglected open world. Are you assisting me? You are. Don't remember Void Elf reaching max. Maybe in Legion? Probably not recently. I had that Void Elf priest that I made that I was gonna main. I didn't delete her right away. I kept her for a while. I leveled her and then I ended up leveling my priest instead. Like, I didn't actually main her, but I did keep her for a while. I'm pretty sure she was max level. Maybe not. Want to do time walking just for the badges if I'm in the mood? I am also in that boat of needing a lot more badges. There's a bunch of mounts that they've added that I don't have yet. Although, I get some time walking badges now and then. So, maybe if it'll happen eventually. I just want the mounts. But I'm clearly not in a huge hurry for them. I think the urgency has kind of worn off the edge of my collecting. I enjoy collecting, but I'm going to do it on my own time. I'm going to do it at my own pace. And nothing or nobody is going to rush me into doing something before I feel good and ready to do it these days. It must be terribly frustrating to watch. Talking about our characters like they're the disposable toys from Toy Story. I mean, they kind of are. I like playing a WoW character, but I don't get super terribly attached to them. I'm probably attached to my main, but outside of that, I'm definitely not sentimental about it. They're very much like a means to an end to me. Don't feel as compelled to farm time walking after they change the subsequent turn-ins to 200. Stickbone, Animus. Here we go. Yeah, so once you've handed it into Chet, that list is done. You got your Valor Stones from it. You will not get any rep from it. But next time you get a Chet list, either next week or on a different character, or if you get enough Chet cards to do another one, instead of turning it into Chet, you can take it directly to one of the Goblin Quartermasters and open up their vendor UI, and you can buy a finder's fee. That's what gives you the reputation. You must be partnered with that faction at the time, is what I found. You have to be allied with that cartel. You have to have chosen them for the week, but then you're able to get the finder's fee, which is 500 reputation for a Chet list, and you can do it repeatedly on your alts. However, Bear in mind that turning in chet lists for rep that way does not give you progress towards the part-timer achievement, which has a cosmetic jetpack as well as the part-timer title. And that wants you to turn in 100 chet lists the old-fashioned way. So you're still, even if you do turn them in for Valor Stones to chet, you're still working towards something. It's just not reputation. It's really annoying that they don't give you progress in that achievement because it's going to mean so many chet lists. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Go through the restore tune list? Let's leave the dead in their graves. Thinking of history here as Hazellore? Kind of like that as a character name, Hazellore. Yeah, I tried to turn a list into a quartermaster that I wasn't partnered with for the week because I'd already finished Steamweedle, so I wanted to turn Anthus's list into, I don't know, Bilgewater or somebody. And they wouldn't let me do it, so I decided to just hold on to the list. They don't seem to be unique. I'm just going to hold on to the list and turn it in next week and then get another one. I don't think it's going to prevent me from picking up another one. I have restored characters before, that is true. Good catch. What are we doing? Gandling. Gandling's not here, though. That's the Ravenian. Is Gandling here? Gandling's, like, around the corner, isn't he? Yeah, he is. These quests are very similar for Alliance and Horde. You fight the same battle from two different sides. Sometimes it's nice to pay your respects. I should probably take the smelly title off of poor Eveline over here. She could be a thread spinner. That's kind of a cool title. Although it's very much like a... I know I got it from, you know, on Ankahet somehow, but it seems very much like a tailor kind of title. Hope as part of Midnight we get a fully restored Plaguelands. With, like, post-plague or with extra plague?
You need only ask. We have died.
Because without the plague, they're just kind of lands.
We do what the living cannot.
Maybe we regrow these ones, but then we plague somewhere else so that there's still plague in the world. The unplagued lands. The feeling much better now. Thank you for asking, lands. With no plague. It'll be called the no plague lands. Oh, level 44. I got another couple talent points to spend here. Let's do this one and... Sure. Surely these lands had a name before the plague. Nah. No way. Can't possibly be true. Wouldn't make any sense. Oh, the phasing here is annoying. Forgot that they do that to you. It's kind of cute how they send you back to Tira's Fall at this point.
Remember, patience.
First battle for Anderhall's done.
What now?
I feel like we're actually leveling surprisingly quickly. These must have been very good experience. I didn't expect to be 44 by like 10 in the morning. It's going pretty well. So this is for Plagued Brune Hides. What do you recommend fast leveling 70 to 80? Time walking if it's up and you're into that kind of thing. If it is not up or you don't feel like time walking, I feel like next best bet is to do each delve once and do the delve quest. Each delve has a quest that you can turn in for about a third of a level. You can either turn them in as you do them, or you can hang on to all of them and begin turning them in around level 77 or so to kind of skip yourself past the last 3 levels if you just do the delves without turning in the quest and then start turning them all in once you get close. That works as well. Okay. Scarlet Crusade Lance. Professions, good for a level or 2 if you don't mind spending gold switching professions. Yeah, you can get some XP from first time crafts. That is not a bad suggestion. Fastest leveling by the boost. Yeah. I mean, if you just want to get to the point where you're finished all the content, you can just like pretend you did it and turn off the computer and go outside. That's an option too. That'll save you the most time. Wow, I only have one bear hide? That's upsetting. I've killed so many bears. Have a friend with a level 11 twink boost you. Yeah. I like the delve thing because it's pretty fast and it's fun. It lets you play the character. Gives you some projects to work on, and also it does not rely on any events being up, does not rely on anybody else helping you, does not rely on any special gear. Just nice and easy and always available. Turn on war mode to hand quests in. Oh, for the delve quest. That's a good idea. 938. Honestly, you know what the fastest leveling for me might be? Is questing in Swamp of Sorrows. I might do some of that because there's some decent quests out there, but there, more importantly, is a really high herb density, and if I'm getting almost 1,000 experience per herb, that might be the fastest. Certainly faster than doing this. I am killing all of these bears trying to get 5 herbs worth of experience right now. That is not good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Call it good. Archaeology is the fastest way to level, clearly. Do I need to kill him? I don't think so, but he's gonna die anyway. Wrong place and wrong time. Sorry, bud. I like leveling 70 to 80 with world quests. It only works in your second character. Your first character, of course, has to do the campaign. And it's not fast. It's not good. But I like doing world quests because they give you regular world quest rewards. So I might get a piece of gear that I want. I might get like 800 gold. I might get some resonance crystals. And it's all very appealing to me because I need all of those things. And because it feels like cheating to be able to do world quests before max level, even though they've let us do that for ages. $11K per slow grind. Yeah, this bear business. This bear business is unbearable. Leveling buff coming out next patch. So exciting. Yeah, it should be good. Should be nice. Should stack with our warband mentor leveling, right? We got, if you've leveled 580s already, then you should have 25% ready to go. Presumably it'll stack up with that. Kind of nice. Fastest leveling is whatever content you enjoy the most. Time flies and all that. There is no good reason for me to continue doing this quest aside from sheer mule-headed stubbornness. I was bragging about how fast we were going, and all of a sudden I feel like I've kind of tanked it. Yeah, it's okay. I've got it in for these bears now. How dare they hold out on me? We just need one more hide. I needed them to be this spread out and have such a terrible drop rate in current day. Nice. All right, we're good. Let's go turn that in.
What is it?
puts us at 45. And then spiders. Hopefully a little closer together. Another talent point. Should I do Dark Lair? It's a 2-minute cooldown. I hate speccing into cooldowns while I'm leveling because I don't really want either of these things. They're all target location applies. Okay, fine. I don't like cooldowns while I'm leveling because I know myself and I know that I don't use them because I'm just like questing. Oh, they're crabbies. I didn't notice. I turned arachnophobe mode on yesterday when I was leveling in Hinterlands. There's a lot of feeding people to spiders quests, and I figured it would be cuter if we were feeding them to crabs. But, oh yeah, alright. So, I guess the other, that new spell that I got really makes more sense if you're doing it on a pack that's already gathered kind of thing. Oh, it's a long cast too. Okay. It's nice that Warlock has some ways to put up their dots rapidly. I think feeding to crabs might be creepier. I have more faith that a crab would eat me than a spider, honestly. Crabs will eat. Crabs will eat. That's what I've learned when I go crabbing is crabs are gonna eat. You'll pull them out of the sea and you're trying to untangle them from the net to release them and they refuse to stop consuming the chicken that was in the trap. Like their worst nightmare has already happened and they're like, yo, but let me finish this. Give me a minute. Just meat getting stuffed into their little crab faces. Oh, Lillian's mission. Last meal. They're very committed to it. I'll give them that. If they're lady crabs, they get to have their last meal and then go on their way for free. Can only retain male crabs here. Crabbing was so fun. And it was so delicious, but it was so fussy to prepare and eat them, especially because we were getting red rock crabs, which are a little bit more shell and a little bit less, like, crab in them relative to like a Dungeness crab, but they were easy to get from shore. It was good, but it was kind of a lot of work by the time that you were done with it. So many satchels for random heroics lately. Love free money. Nice. Never had crab or squid, but I know I won't like it. Well, those are two very different things. Very well may be the case that you won't like them, but crab is very, very rich. It's very tasty. It's very, like, naturally buttery. I think it's funny that we serve it with butter because it's kind of buttery tasting on its own. Crab not worth the work to eat. What would our ancestors think of us? Oh, crag moth, you've died. But yeah, that's effectively the, ow! My goodness. I don't know why I'm perishing. I'm leaving. What am I taking damage from? I don't know. Am I still taking damage? I think I'm feeling better now. Oh, I think I was phased. I think I was phased, but there were like invisible enemies that were hitting me. Okay. Well, that's all done. Back to the bulwark. See how close we can get to 46 here. wonder if I needed to do the bear quest in order to get that one, or if it was not a related,
What would you ask?
not related. I don't know.
Hello.
Okay. Good afternoon, Hazel. Good afternoon, Chaz. I hope you're having a lovely Friday.
What now? Beware. Our enemy is abound.
Take to the skies. I wonder if that's the old flight training quest. That would be funny. I feel like there was also one that wanted me to turn in back here from Silverpine, but I don't know that I still have it.
I am forsaken.
Alright. Here's level 46. I feel like we're really cruising. We just gotta get to 70 and then we can start We're Within stuff. What next? Dark Pact. Sacrifices current health, give you a big shield. Yes. Not unreasonable. Healthstone heals you for more. Curses of whatever. I haven't even bothered with that side of the tree. Leech on Healthstone. Ooh, Shadow Fury, that's good. Gotta have that. Also, my bird ran out of juice. My bat's tired. Alright. I always feel bad about this quest because the hunting hounds are so cute. We'll kill all manner of wolves and coyotes in this game, but as soon as they give us like an actual dog, I start to feel all bad about it. Okay. Then the bear, and then you loot the tangles. Nice. Couple of herbs for some little bonus experience. Oh, the tangles show up as herbs. That's actually kind of convenient. Not mad at that. So we want the plague bears, not just the shaggy ones, but like the actual plaguey bears. Also, some of them are in the bear body. I guess interact key is kind of nice for that, if there's any extra in there. I wonder what my goal should be for today. We're not even halfway done. I wonder if I can get to 60. That's probably too much. That's probably not reasonable. Probably depends on how much I insist on sticking with poorly efficient quests. I don't need to kill most of these bears. It's just, you know, every extra one is an extra 270 experience that we get to keep. Interact key, very good. Oh, Kitty, I tried to move my arm and Kitty Cat has her paw. She's on my lap and she has her paw kind of like latched into my sleeve. Hi, sweetie. She's trying to like tuck her face into my elbow. It's very cute. Oh, yeah, some of these guys do. My classic herbalism is level 73. Picked a couple of flowers here and there. One more diseased bear should do this, yeah. Nice. And then we've got some alliance hunters to deal with. Yeah, let's just dot up a bunch of stuff if we can. 1, 2. Ah, we're not in range of anything. Oh, this is the zone that has the, I don't know if Alliance do this quest, actually, or Horde. The Amber Mill, the Lumber Mill quest with the spiders that you have to chase. I feel like that one's terrible. Horde might get to bypass that completely. I think we can all do the Cenarian Circle quest where you get Zenkiki, because he's faction agnostic. Everyone gets to enjoy some Zenkiki. Oh yeah, that'll work. 5% through 46. Scaring the horses is Argent Crusade, also faction agnostic. Oh no. I mean, I guess we can skip it. There's definitely like a rounding up. Was it horses? I thought we were rounding up spiders. Might be the thing. I think you're right. I think it is Argent Crusade. Thank goodness for AoE looting, huh? Do I have any meaningful amount of gold? I noticed that when I'm leveling my alts through War Within zones, they tend to actually make a decent amount of gold, especially by the time they get to 80 and they're doing weeklies. A lot of them kind of have like 20, 30, 40, 50k on them. I know Boppin got lucky and she got 16k gold from a, weekly box. It's kind of nice being able to do that a few times. A little sad I never had a reason to come back here. It's a nice zone. I like Western Plague a lot. Eastern Plague's fun too. I like the Fiona caravan quests. We'll probably get to do those. I mean, never be afraid to use because you feel like it is a reason. That's reason enough. Especially if you're enjoying your free time. Camp scouted. Is that all we're doing? That's all we're doing. Yeah, it's so much experience. Any herb is so much experience. Maybe I really should do Swamposaurus. I don't trust this field. It's gonna phase on me. I know it. That used to be how I would level druids, actually, is I would give them herbalism. I would take them to the Swamposaurus. I would just fly around in bird form and just pick, like, Soromoss and Dreamfoil, because there's so much Soromoss out there. It's like the only place that it spawns. Sometimes you can even sell it, even though I don't know to who or for what, but sometimes you can even get some gold for it. Okay, we can now make a soul well. We're level 47, another talent point to spend. Sure. Who needs cauldrons? Get some plague drums going here. Anybody making any plans to get out to like local farmers markets now that it's springtime and the weekend? I know a lot of places have farmers markets coming back. I love them. They're so fun. It's like the best possible place to shop local usually. Plus you meet all kinds of fun characters. I feel like it takes a certain kind of person to run like a farmers market stall. And some of them are, you know, introverts like me. And some of them have been doing it for a million years, and they're like very good at talking to people in their community, and they're just big characters. It's a good time. It's nice. I like talking to people that aren't afraid to be themselves. Inside the house. Pop this one down. See you later, kitty cat. You leaving? She's leaving. She's out of here. Make sure we're having some water. Partner and I like going to local arts and craft fairs. Similar vibe. Arts and crafts fairs. We used to have those around Christmas time. You would see like Christmas markets that were largely arts and crafts. People selling like handmade, knitted and crocheted goods or like crafted ornaments, that kind of thing. And support local farmers? Exactly. I am really struggling to leave the cauldron near the grain silos. It keeps going on cooldown and I keep plonking it down and it is not... Here, maybe we'll try like right in the middle. What? There we go. Right in the bush. That's better. I like looking through like local art galleries, but I'm always too broke or frugal, I guess. I'm too cheap to buy things typically. It's one of my dreams to one day be able to, I guess you could always save for it as well, but like on vacation, go to one of those local art galleries and actually like pick out something to have in your home as like, well, decoration, but also kind of like a really nice souvenir of that vacation. Usually by the time I've gone on vacation, I'm already feeling like I should stop spending money. But maybe one day I'll pick something up. Nice little local artists usually. Okay, looks like we got our batch of quests done. Here in Ohio, we have Amish and non-Amish farmers markets. Oh. That's kind of neat. This way.
I'm listening.
This way. Very good. Any gear upgrades I need to put on? Yes. The answer is yes. There are gear upgrades I need to equip. Those are a little better.
What do you need?
Oh yeah, they're gonna send me to Menderstead. Husband and I will be in BC around Easter, hoping to find some nice hide art.
I have many wares.
Betcha you can. That sounds like a lovely vacation. Easter's soon, right? I think Easter's soon. I've started seeing Easter candy in stores and Easter bunny related things. Maybe that's going on. I am using heirlooms. I have a full set. I have helmet, neck, shoulders, cloak, chest, pants, 2 rings, and 2 trinkets. I have the whole shebang on. They no longer give you experience, but I like them because they still scale with you, so you don't have to worry about your gear getting super outdated in those slots at least. And I find that the burst of knowledge is kind of nice. If you have any rested, having it consume slower is kind of nice, although it doesn't do you a lot of good if you're leveling quickly like this. Better than nothing. I like keeping a set up to date. One more week. Think the hiking will be okay? Hella muddy. Bring good shoes just in case. I think hiking will be. I think both is the answer here. I think it will be okay, and I think it will also be kind of muddy. It's spring. It's been wet. But it's definitely a beautiful time to hike. People get out and do it anyway. Just make sure you're wearing good hiking shoes. Don't be afraid to route around a puddle. What are we doing? We are slaying and converting some laborers here. Hi. Hello, Boogie. Happy Friday. How you doing? Good, and you? Very good, very good. I'm doing my favorite thing today, which is alt leveling a random alt that I want to level. I'm level 47 now. Actually, nearly 48. I feel like the pace really picked up. I feel like 10 through 30 actually was quite a bit slower, than 35 through where I'm at now, which is nearly 50. I feel like it's gone quite quickly today. Waiting for April 21st to buy Easter stuff, because it'll be discounted for day after Easter. There's the strategy. That's the move. Good. What do they want me to do? There's somebody in the barn to kill. Farming. Don't be afraid to jump in puddles. Oh. I'm just hitting random buttons right now. That's not good. This button. There we go. That's a bit better. Mobilize some Forsaken troopers. Oh yes, mobilize them. Also, what do you want? Do you wish to become a warlock? Yes. yes, I do. What do you mean? I don't know what that quest is for. It's got the triangle icon on it. That's funny. Should we take Dark Pact? Bump my soulstone. Mobilize Forsaken troopers. Oh, I remember. You need to use your Valkyr Pet's action button. This is kind of an obscure thing for them to make you to do. I remember this confused me before as well. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. She doesn't auto-cast it. You have to make her do it. There we go. Perfect. Are they asking you to join an MLM? Yeah, it's the Warlock pyramid scheme. What are Warlocks if not a pyramid scheme? Where are my pets anyway? You gotta have underlings. Otherwise you're not making any souls. Alright, we're 48 and a half. A couple more things to turn into. Oh yeah, we're gonna go to Mender's Stead, that's right. Let's go party with Zenkiki. If you've never done these quests, you gotta do yourself a favor and do them sometime. Oh, hang on, there's a rare. There's a quest line out here about a druid in the Cenarian Circle who is just a little bit incompetent but doing his best, and you're trying to help him out. Alright. Welcome. Also, lots of lovely kill quests here.
How may I aid you?
And Kiki, come in here, he is. Ready to go, man.
Arcanon Poros.
Undead DK. The perfect pyramid scheme. They converted me, and now I'm gonna convert you. Can't take. Burning Legion was the universe's largest pyramid scheme. Sigar's just an MLM hunt.
You need something?
You need something? Okay. So let's get a variety of samples. These are nice quests because they let you double dip. And I'm pretty sure we can get away with AoE pulling a little bit. Oh no, he died too fast! Here's Zenkiki, he's a boomkin for the moment. Oh no, not a boomkin anymore. He died before his seed of corruption could go off on his friends. I do think that having the warband leveled buff, the warband mentored leveling buff, 25%, real nice. I was not giving that enough credit before. It's nice to have it done. It happens in a hurry if you're excited about leveling alts. It wasn't too bad. The first alt that I leveled, so the alt that I leveled with like the least amount of bonus experience after my main, I leveled her exclusively through gathering. It was I think a hunter. It was my night elf hunter, and I leveled her to 80 just by herbing and mining. I didn't do anything else. Maybe like a world quest here or there, but it was good. I wasn't too worried about how slow it was because I kept thinking, I'm rich! I can sell these ore for 13 gold each. Alright, that's enough bears. Need some spiders. Here's the wolves all set. Oh, there's a rare. She must be rich! Another scam, I do not believe it. Wow, becoming an actual game. It's actually good now, right? It's in good shape. It's getting a lot of content too. Remember to do your Darkmoon Fair Profession weeklies. Yeah, if you're grinding knowledge points, can't miss it. I mean, you can, but this is knowledge points sitting there for the taking. Knowledge points and profession levels as well if you're not quite finished. Also typing this for myself. Forgot. You got time. Darkmoon Fair doesn't end until Sunday. Too much content. Hard to catch up. You just gotta let go of the need to do all of it, you know. It's one of those things. It's like, I was gonna say it's like how they have like 1,000 Pokemon, but you don't have to catch them all, but then I realized I'm kind of... Pokemon's a really bad example. Pretty interested in what comes next in the story each patch, which is a change. Plague Lurker. Any spoilers? It is called All of the Things. Yeah, but it doesn't say, Jeff, you must get all of the things or else you're gonna die in 7 days. That would be spooky. One of those games where you have to make peace with the fact that you can't really 100% it. It does say that. What part of gotta catch them all do you not understand? Yeah. I never caught them all. Sometimes I got close. I never caught them all. I was unwilling to involve other people. My antisocial nature did not allow me to catch them all. Anytime I had to, like, trade Pokemon in order to, evolve them, or in order to get a Pokemon that was from a different game, I was unable to do such a thing. I just didn't know people that had the other game. Not enough game and friends. Know people that have over 97% of everything. I mean, not to come for you specifically, but I feel like if you had 97% of everything, it would not be enough for you. You would be upset. you would be angry about whatever the next percent of things was wanting. Because it wouldn't, you know, wouldn't be 100. Cost of augment runes has gone down to 1,700 gold. Wait a few days to post. Dips in the week, not that much. Yeah, it'll probably pick up a little bit, but I would caution waiting too long. I mean, obviously I don't know anything, but we're kind of getting to a point where some guilds are kind of finished progressing, so there may be less demand for augment runes. Because if you kill the content, you don't feel like you need to burn the runes anymore. It gets tempting to save the gold as soon as you can get away with it. May or may not still use my Dragonflight permanent rune. I mean, it's smart. I should use it because I'm certainly not using the current augment runes. I am far too cheap for that. But I don't. I think I stuck it in my bank. Better than nothing. And one more Plague Lurker sample. Oh, here it is. I love the crabs! This quest has gotten 1,000% better with Arachnophobe mode. That's so funny. Transferred 700 market research and the game deleted it. No! Ooh, that's spooky. Oh, look at Thinky go. Don't love that. What do you do? Do you bug report? That's no fun. I did not see that video. That sounds like quite the time. Put in a ticket. Every time I've done, it's been useless, so we'll see. Yeah, I feel you on that. Chronokai Crystal. Got some veggies to prune here. They're not smashing pumpkins, they're thrashing pumpkins. It's called a Lordaeron. What did we reach? We reached level 50. I earned a bunch of titles. I could be Evelyn of the Deeps, the Eternal, the Uncorrupted, the Awakened, the Purifier. I do not remember where any of my titles came from. It is shameful. Holy moly. Okay. Oh yeah, I need another title. Talent. We're always spending talents. Extra crit. That one's dead. Is there a meta achieve for titles? Should be like 100 rewards, the entitled. They absolutely should do that. I don't know if there is. Is there a meta for titles? I know there's a meta for reps of the deeps. Big damage per second. That would be funny if you like break like a 5 mil DPS per second threshold and they just give you a Give you like a big blaster title or something. Title's probably the thing I care least about. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I think it's because I already have my favorite titles. I have the Insane, and I don't think any other accomplishment is going to really rival the Insane. And it's a title that looks great on anybody, so, you know, like, why would we keep shopping? Why would we keep looking for them? Hello, Asana. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. And maybe it's a lack of meta achievements. Maybe if they did add a entitled meta for extra, or for having X amount of titles, maybe I would go for it. I think mine is the Gullible. Slayer of incompetent, useless, and disappointing minions. Najadar meta rewards the crab mounts. Mm. Okay, one more apple. I want a fruit tree. I wanted fruit tree in real life. Remember when I tried to grow a lemon tree from a lemon seed that I bought off Etsy that I'm pretty sure somebody just took out of their lunch and then sold to me? Oh, that was fun. Morning, Hazel in the group. Good morning.
All right then.
Depending on climate, I don't know if I would go for citrus again. You kind of have to bring them in the winter around here. And also, depending on where you live, if you plant fruit trees, you got to be real careful to keep on top of picking the fruit, because you can end up attracting bears. And it sounds like a problem. Sounds like a problem I don't know if I want to sign myself up for. Alright, Zenkiki. If you could do your thing. You have to get him to pull them. They're like not hostile originally. And he takes a sweet time pulling them too. I thought you used to be able to pull them yourself, but it looks like they're orange now. Buddy, can you please come back? We got 6 more of these to do. Oh man, I should be opening with Haunt. It does like half their damage, half their health and damage. What is that? That's a soul well. Let's do that. Great opener. Busted from what I remember. It seems awesome for leveling. Just gotta shuffle my keybinds around a little bit. I wonder what they want to teach me. Is this for like... I don't know what they want. It was such a random quest for them to give me at level like 50. Tempted to go do it just to find out what they're after. Why can't locked lockboxes be auctioned? What if it's because of gambling laws? You can't have somebody buy something with gold if they don't know what's in it. Is that the DMF Lock quest? What's the DMF Lock quest? It might be. Think that one unlocks male succubus? Maybe.
You wish to speak?
Battle resumes. Should we resume the battle? Go fight some alliance this time? When they let Draenei be locks? A little more lore reason for more races can be that class? Yeah, let's finish the quest that we're gonna do out in this zone anyway. And then we can look into finding out what's going on with it. Okay. need to slay 15 Anderhall defenders, 3 force commanders. Who have a decent amount of health. Can't underestimate that. Finally completed the Blood Elf Paladin quest. Love the cosmetics. Nice. That's on my to-do list. Poor Anthus, I don't think he's done it. What are we up to? Just finished lunch with my mom for her birthday. Aw. Happy birthday to your mom. We are leveling. We're leveling my Warlock today. She's 50. 5-0. We're cruising. I'm doing Western Plaguelands quest. We were debating what this mysterious Dark Summons quest is. It auto-accepted at level 50. I could wow-head it, but where's the fun in that? And it just says, do you want to be a Warlock? Which is really confusing because I've spent 50 levels being a Warlock. Candidates include a Darkmoon Fair quest. Something about Draenei being warlocks, something about a soulstone appearance. Want to be a warlock? Me, an intellectual. I love a lady warlock. What are we doing here? We're releasing gargoyles. Oh, this one's easy because you just like spam the button. That's right. Are you enjoying your new character? Good to switch things up. Breaks the monotony of gaming. I am enjoying my new character. It's been really fun leveling. I've been very into it. I'm looking forward to playing it at level 80. I think I have to do this on top of somebody. Yeah, onto a provincial Minuteman. Minuteman just makes me think of Minute Maid, which is juice. It's like a juice brand. We used to buy those cans of frozen juice concentrate that you would mix with like a pitcher of water at home to make juice. Which, when I was grown up, thought was like the most economical thing. But then, when I got older, I realized that I could have just been drinking water, which is even cheaper. Forgot all about juice concentrate. They must still be available. I feel like they kind of fell out of vogue. I feel like they're not as popular. Maybe it's just because I'm not. I don't think my parents are making them anymore. I think even if I went to my mom's place, I don't think she's whipping out the Minute Maid anymore. Squishing it into the juice jug was fun. Yeah, we had a wooden spoon and you just had to kind of like mush it around and then stir it a bunch and try not to spill. I know some people will make desserts out of the juice concentrate in its concentrated form. Like serving it on top of, I don't know, ice cream or something. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty fast. That's a 1, 2, yep. Happy with that. Also, I have another talent point to spend. Soul Rot, 1 minute cooldown. Creeping Death, not a cooldown. Oh. One more. Fresh juice become more readily available. Why folks don't make it from frozen concentrate. Either are good. Maybe so. I feel like nowadays if I want something like that, I'm just gonna buy some frozen fruit. Especially if I can find some on sale and then just make a smoothie. Fresh bananas, frozen fruit, blender. Good day. Great for raid nights. Although my poor blender, I'm not saying it's smoking, but like it's really doing its best.
And you are. What are we?
That's healthy. I don't know about that. I'm not putting kale in there. I had a phase where I was putting spinach into my smoothies because I wanted them to be green like Shrek's swamp. And I discovered that it is great as long as the spinach... I don't have like a Vitamix or anything. I have like a cheap old blender. So if it's fresh spinach, it's not going to get pulverized enough. What is it that I'm doing here? Frightening people? I'm killing them? one of the above. Anyways, it's gonna leave like a lot of really tiny but like annoying stick in your teeth kind of spinach fragments if I try to do fresh spinach. But if I do previously frozen spinach, like the spinach that you buy frozen, that has, I guess, like degraded the cell walls enough that it'll actually blend properly into the smoothie. But yeah, these days I'm just chucking like straight mangoes and strawberries in there. I don't know about healthy. It's pretty sweet. They're yummy though. Yeah, my favorite green one was the frozen spinach, mango, ginger, fresh ginger, a little bit of lemon juice, and then yeah, maybe some water if I need something to fill it out. But like that was like the prime mix, and it was so good. I love those smoothies. I kind of want one now. I might have the stuff for it. I don't think I have the frozen spinach anymore, though. I've been trying to clear out my freezer. As a Warlock main, I can confirm frightening people and killing them. Same thing. When I make a healthy smoothie, I end up bringing out like 50 ingredients, and it gets absurd. I refuse to spend more than like $4 on ingredients for a single smoothie, because at a certain point, you could have just gone to Booster Juice. So, like... Is anything too expensive? People are talking about like putting nut butters in there and they're whipping out their almond butter, and I'm like, have you seen the price of almond butter? I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was talking to a Rockefeller. Like, the healthy cookbooks are like, and now we're going to take our organic chia seeds, and I'm like, no, we are not. I didn't have the guts to have a $20 line item on my receipt that was organic chia seeds. Or unorganic chia seeds. It's just not happening. Look, it's Surprise Sylvanas. But I'm cheap when it comes to food because I'm just going to eat it. So as long as it's going to keep me alive, that's usually good enough. I prefer to be less cheap about things that I'm not going to digest. Maybe one day my body will hate me for that, but whatever. We do our best. Revive the ancient art of brewing mobby. What is that? Try Zekfir again. Do level 11 Dells, but fail level 8 Zekfir. I haven't done him. Tree bark drinks. That sounds like a toughie. That sounds tough. I like a program called Alone, where survivalists go live in the woods by themselves to try to see who can stay out in the woods alone the longest without, like, dying. And one of the things that they'll sometimes try to consume as a survival food is, like, the underlayer of tree bark from a certain kind of tree. It's kind of like a survival food. It's got lots of carbs and it's readily available. And almost without fail, whenever somebody tries to do that, they end up jamming their digestive system to the point that medical has to take them out of it because their body just cannot process it. Like, there's cheap and nutritious food, and then there's cheap and nutritious food that's gonna work for you. Rescue Coltier? I believe so. I think something to that effect. I do not think I'm going to go up and do the Northridge Lumber Mill. I think the Northridge Lumber Mill is going to have to struggle without me. Let's see here. I'm going to, I think, go back to town. Find out what that Warlock quest wanted. Because I'm going to do Eastern Plaguelands next. And I might take a short break in the meantime. Survival food should have a minimum requirement of maybe not killing you when you eat it. Yeah, it kind of has one job. I used to like chewing on pine needles, but that's just because I read about it in a book and I had a lot of time as a kid. Also, they do taste kind of nice, but you gotta be careful what you're chewing. Alright, I will be right back.
Help as best I can, Commander.
Alright. We're back. Let's find out what this quest is. I saw a guy making pine needle soda. Water, sugar, pine needles in a sealed bottle. Alrighty. Pine soda sounds like something you can get in... I was gonna say Portland, but honestly Victoria too. It sounds like something I would order. Make a nice mocktail out of it.
What have we here?
Alrighty, I had Hearth 2 Tears Fall, which appears to have phased itself in my
I have come to help
leveling
as best I
absence.
can, Commander.
Kind of rude. Also, I don't see Zadormi over there. That's actually like a little bit of a problem. I feel like this has happened to me before. Here, we'll fly out towards the bulwark and see if I can find her. She's not marked on the map. Farmer's market coming back soon. Should take advantage before you move away from it. Maybe. But the things that I like buying at farmer's markets the most are things that I would have to pack with me and not things that I'm just going to eat. Plus, maybe I'll move somewhere that has farmer's markets. You know, they might do. Hallow's End flashbacks. Yeah. Because then you come over here and it's all fine. Because I was just going to go to Orgrimmar, but now I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should just give up and not go anywhere. I want to go to Honor City. I want to take the Zeppelin Tower. Oh, I wonder if it's going to not rephase me. No, it will. Darn it. Okay. They didn't dump an emergency portal around here anywhere, did they? Maybe we just go back to Eastern Plaguelands and we just carry on? Maybe we don't worry about this for the time being. This could be a later me problem. Something to do a BFA opener to make it go back. It's funny because that was my plan to go back to Orgrimmar, was to take the portal there. I wonder if I'm eventually going to need to like do something really crazy, like go down and take the boat to Ratchet, go all the way to the south of the continent and take the goblin boat. That would be really funny because my Hearthstone won't work. Like my Hearthstone is set to there. My Dalaran Hearthstone won't work because I haven't Dalaran'd yet. Oh dear. Whoa. There's a questing over here. Well, let's just not worry about it. Let's just pretend it's all fine. Damage taken by your demon pet instead. Soul Leech heals you and your pet. That's pretty good. Zadormi wasn't there. I don't know why, but she wasn't marked on my map. If she's there, she's unmarked. And I'm not sure if she's there. I think it's weird. It's for sure weird. It's a later me problem. We're leveling. We're 52. Trying to think of what other teleports I would have available. I did not get a teleport cloak on this character. I did that recently, but it wasn't on this character. She's not even gilded. So I can't get to Org that way.
What's on your mind?
Later me problem. We need some crit bile. Oh yeah, Silvermoon might do it. That's gross though. I'm gonna have to go on a ground mount. Yucky. Because I'm pretty sure that I'm most likely gonna have to bypass. I think I'm gonna have to bypass. Where are all the mobs? Tyrus Fall. I don't think that's gonna work out for me. I believe Silvermoon now has a port directly to Orgrimmar. I think they've added one in. I haven't seen it for myself, but someone told me about it. That might be faster than trying to fly all the way to the south of the continent to take the Ratchet boat. Whenever I do get over there, I'll just set my Hearthstone to Orgrimmar, because that's always a good bet. But I don't think I want to do it right now. The other thing I could do is I have flight paths, so when I end stream, I could just put her on a flight path to Stranglethorn Vale, like to Booty Bay, and then just like go have lunch or something while I'm flying, so I don't have to sit and do it on stream. Either way, we've got plenty of questing to do out here. I was just curious about what that was for, but I'll just hide it and then we don't need to worry about it. It's funny, I can't even do that quest. Won't let me out there. Silvermoon has an Org portal now. Just learned this on my Blood Elf vault. Nice. This used to be a place that I would come to work on the guild-wide critter killing meta, because all of these cockroaches and scorpions all count as critters, and you can kind of run through and just like holy nova the whole thing to do hundreds of them in each pass. Wait for it to respawn. It was this, or it was the snake area in Stranglethorn. How are we doing on crit file? These are fun quests. I like Fiona's friends in the caravan quest. I was gonna say I'll probably skip by the what is it, Darrowshire? Yeah, Darrowshire quests, but I don't know. I might be able to do it. The trouble is when the last area, like the Battle for Darrowshire quest, bugs. If it doesn't bug out, then it would be probably fine. Maybe a little slow, but you know, it's fine. It's the Pamela Redshire quests. I kind of want to go the rest of the way through to get this last deposit, but let's turn around. Nip back to go help out our dwarf friend over here. You know, I said I wanted to try to get to 60 today, and I thought for sure that was way too ambitious because I'd been doing about 10 levels an hour before. But now I feel like we've really picked it up. We started at 30 something, and I'm up to 53 in 2 hours of questing. I guess that is about 10 levels an hour, but like, I don't know. It feels fast. I'm pleased with myself. I think this is great. Oh man, I need to clean up my bags, but I'm putting it off for now. I'm delaying. I don't want to stop and worry about it. We got too many levels to get. I need a Ruby and Overseer here? No?
Hi. How are ya?
I swear I was just here. Now she's 53. Somewhere along the 45 to 50 just goes super fast. Yeah, hopefully the pace keeps up. I would love that. That would be great. My swim speed buff. I already have underwater breathing because I'm an undead, but I'm getting 20% swim speed. Actually, you know what I should do is I should just get onto an underwater mount. Okay, I should probably have just flown instead. Just beat Zekfir, level 8. Congratulations, Milligram. 60 to 70, quite fast as well. Oh, good. Okay. Maybe we'll be gearing her up this week then, because it's, what is it, Friday today? Maybe it would be lovely to be able to do a set of delves and weeklies this week so that we can do it again next week, and then she would be pretty much geared. But I would need to get her to 80 tomorrow latest, end of tomorrow's stream. Alright, we're dialed in. We're going. Especially now that it's occurred to me that I should open with Haunt. I feel like I'm killing things much faster. I was really underutilizing Haunt before.
I offer service with a smile.
Got some nice little glove upgrade. Oh, 1,000 experience. So good. Every herb is like 3 mobs or like 5 herbs to a quest. I never did Zekfir myself. I did him once. But not on the harder difficulty. And not solo either. I'm pretty sure I did him with Flabby. Which I'm not even... I kind of thought those were single player encounters, but maybe not. Underpin's like solo only, right? I'm waiting for my underpin. I'll do it when... Also, I need to pick up the quest. I'm just getting all carried away herbing here. We're going to have a quest to get blood from these Plaguelands, so I should probably get that before I slay them all. My gear to 644. Nice. Think that helped?
Our enemies
Want
will
the mount
fall.
skin? You need to do it solo. Gotcha. Okay. Alright. Let's do Wild Taint. Mellow. Oh no, I wanted Seed of Corruption, pardon me. I love AoE pulling like that. I can only barely get away with it, but when I can, it's so good. Any rare? No rare up? Okay. Rare scanner's definitely been nice, because they're worth a lot of XP if you can trip on them, and sometimes the zones just have all of them up. I'm going to put myself right over there by that next herb, and then I'm going to pull as many of these Plaguelands as I can get away with. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. Load them up with a seed. Want. Started rupturing too fast. Give war mode on. They're always up, but 12% of a level per kill. Nice. Very good tip. I want the underpin mount skin. Have you seen it? It's solid gold. It's so funny looking. Like, I'm never gonna ride it, but I want it. Plus the title's really good. You get the real deal title. I feel like that's one worth wearing. More play counts. These have a pretty good drop rate. Wait to get Earth and Heritage armor? You just upload your experiences? Is that the whole quest? Is it just kind of like a turn it in and get the armor thing? Because that's kind of nice. Sometimes the Heritage armor quest lines are fun, but sometimes you just kind of wanted to get it over with and then it keeps asking you for stuff. It's the whole quest. Iron up here. I wonder if I can sell this iron for any amount, decent amount of gold. Might be able to. I remember farming worms for a pet in this zone. There was like a grub pet that you could get that had a cute name. Mr. something. Mr. Grubs. Something like that. A little more. One of the caravan buffs. See if I can get him out. Mr. Grubs, that's right. The icon is so cute with like these big old eyeballs, and then the actual guy looks like a face burster. It's a very different appearance. He needs googly eyes. Everything 40% more cute with giant googly eyes. There's a hedge that I saw once on a walk where somebody had just put enormous googly eyes on the hedge, and I couldn't even really find like what was supposed to be the rest of the face, but it like gets me. It spooks me a little bit every time. Alright. Take that back to Fiona. You know what says I'm sorry to a young lady is a nice container of blood.
What do you want? Cheerio.
Exactly what she needed. We do have to ride the caravan. Oh, we can get we can pick out a thing. Fiona's Lucky Charm is the thing that I'm pretty sure gives you a chance to loot the box with Mr. Grubs in it. I already have that, so I'm going to use extra holy damage on spell attacks. Sure. You betcha. Give me the Terranar's Talisman buff. Street called Bruce Way, and someone spray painted "N" after the way, so it's Bruce Wayne. Nice. I didn't realize they named the horses. That's so cute. It's the kind of vandalism I approve of. Yeah, we get those every now and then. Around here, they usually get fixed pretty relatively quick, but you know, you can't keep down the spirit of the people. I wish this was all voice acted, but I understand why it's not. I know that there's add-ons that can voice act stuff like this with like AI text-to-speech, but I don't think it's quite my thing. Do you think we'll get one of these as a mount? I remember wanting a caravan carriage just like this when we were questing through Revendreth. I wanted a Venthyr carriage. And they never gave me one. Why do they hate me? What did I do? What did I do wrong? You know? Where did I go wrong in my life that they wouldn't do that for us? Like in a gold sink net with a barber shop. Terranar and Goodwin used to call themselves the Paladin Pals. Well, there are armor items that I could be wearing here. Sometimes it's tricky to find where your upgrades are. I guess I could actually just do this. I could just like check. Yeah, like that. Just go slot by slot. 276, 279, 140. Nope. Yeah, much better. Hope one day I can have an add-on that uses AI voice text-to-speech in the style of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, Arnold. I would only want that if he is... gives his permission for his voice to be recreated. It's a bit disturbing otherwise.
I have many
You know.
lucky tools you like.
Okay. I mean, everyone, even Sylvana screaming for the Horde.
Good fortune to our friends.
I have what you seek.
Alrighty, 54. Also, I got a couple of appearances from Vendrin Grays there, very nice.
Anu Belore Delana.
I'm gonna find a new traveling companion, and as far as I recall, they were upstairs. In this blindingly tall, blindingly bright tower.
Greetings. Can I help you? Be careful. Anaria Shola.
Nice that they give you a whole quest worth of XP for that. Excellent. At least 2 dots on as many of these as we can. Oh, they fear. Forgot. Forgot they do that. Ooh. I got a blue. I got a BOE blue. I got an Ogron sash. That's always exciting. They're not usually as valuable as I want them to be, but it's still kind of fancy. $10K? Shame it could take a year to sell. Yeah, I mean, in Hazel prices, it would be like 500 gold or best offer. Fire sale today only, you know. That's how you do it. I don't have a kick right now. I would have to switch out to my pet. I would have to switch out to my fell hunter if I wanted to have a kick, which I suppose I could do. It's not like... I mean, he's tanking for me, but... I don't even know if I would be getting all those kicks off. Also, sometimes they're just fearing my pet. Got my Tolbaron Spectral Horse mount finally a few weeks back. Congratulations. Got the 200 accommodations to get the Drake of the Whatever Winds mount. Nice. The Drake of It's Windy Outside or something. Ogron Sash listed for just 200 gold. Definitely not 10k. Yeah, this value is generally an average, or like it's... I guess actually the one in my tooltip would be whatever it would be listed for most recently on my realm specifically. Oh, I got another level. Death's Embrace. Strain life healing. At or below 35% health. Sure, yeah, a little execute. Never hurt anybody. I'm gonna have to relearn my spec a little tiny bit when I get to level 80. Alright, nice. We got our plague bats all done. Yeah, we can. I think we can get to 60 for sure today. As long as I don't get super slowed down on anything. The being able to dragon ride, I feel like speeds up leveling a lot because it takes so much of the travel time out of it. Where is my friend? Oh, he's underneath. He's at the bottom. I don't know if this is just me. Got home from lunch and I'm full, but I have to meal prep some food and I'm repulsed by it as I'm trying to cook curry that I love. I don't think that's just you. I have the worst time trying to brainstorm food. It's a skill that I don't have to brainstorm food, let alone prepare it if I'm not hungry. Which is a mess because when I am hungry, it is not the time to be coming up with things to eat, because by the time I'm hungry, I have only 20 minutes left before the apocalypse and need food immediately. And lots of things take longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Oh, don't you? But yeah, like we'll eat lunch and we'll be like, oh, should we start something for dinner? And I'm like, but I'm not hungry yet. I just ate lunch. Can't think about that yet. 20 minutes until core meltdown. Yeah, I don't get a lot of advance notice. I don't give myself a lot of advance notice. I go from not hungry at all to I could eat to like doom within the space of about 25 minutes. It is a fast process. I'm proud of you for meal prepping though. You're being the adult that I wish I was. Is that a rare? It is a rare. I had to step away. What was the Warlock quest after all? We didn't figure it out because I wasn't able to get back to Orgrimmar because Tirisfal Glades has conditionally phased. I leveled and it's phased in a way where if I go out to where Zadormi would be, she's not marked on the map, and if I go out to where she would be, it phases back. But then when I go into the area where the portal would be, it phases to the Battle of Tirisfal thing. So I'm gonna have to. My plan is to get back to Kalimdor via a different route. I could take an org portal from Silvermoon, or I could, and I might do this, flight path myself at the end of stream down to Booty Bay and then take the ratchet boat. I think might be what I do. I guess I could flight path myself up to Silvermoon if I don't want to like run around on the ground. That would probably be a little bit faster, so I don't have to wait for the boat, but yeah. I'm a little bit pooched by phasing here.
Open for business.
So I could continue in the caravan, or I could try to do Pamela. Had that problem in an undead alt. I had this problem during Hallow's End. I was trying to get some characters that had not done the BFA intro to the Hallow's End area, and it was just a mess because like you couldn't phase it until you skipped something or something. I don't know, it was a mess. think wants to do the heritage quest line, but I gave up. Yeah, I've already done the heritage quest line on a different character, so it would be annoying if it wanted me to do it again. Hunting blade, I'm pretty sure, is from like a wolf on the side somewhere. Tried to do the Shadowlands quest line on my Alliance Hunter, and it was awful. Kept dying from the Undercity guards. Nice easy quest. The doll, we have to get a couple of pieces that are just around. Right side, left side, and head, I'm pretty sure. Oh, the whole thing's in this one building. That's nice. I always thought it was funny that the icon for Pamela's doll uses like a fertility idol icon. I guess I'm not here to judge what kind of doll she has. Up here. Going on a week without a computer and I'm dying. Have all the parts to build. GPU is stuck in transit. Happy I got it when I did, and the one I got has gone up $450 since I ordered. Wow, you did sneak in there. I think in my head the idea of being without internet or without a computer for like a week or so sounds romantic. Like I would reconnect with like, I don't know, paper journaling or like being with my thoughts, but what would actually happen is I would be really bored within about 10 minutes. I would like make some muffins and then I would take a muffin and I would eat it and I would go, well, that's all I got.
See you later.
Playing over. Oh, hey, it's Chromie.
I knew you'd turn up eventually.
Extended Annals of Darrowshire. Is it in here? No, those are parachutes.
You need something? Be careful.
There's one thing that you just talk to a guy in here and get, I'm pretty sure. Hello? No.
Or the Alliance.
Hello? Yeah.
See you later.
Could you be bored? It's also your job. Could you do your job on a laptop? Parts of it for sure. I think if I had to stream WoW on a laptop, it would be kind of rough. I know people do it, but they tend to have like really kitted setups for the purpose of doing that. I could make some form of video content. Spend about 2 weeks per year without a PC and such. Camping. Sounds kind of nice. I may end up, depending on particulars of moving, there may be a point in, there may be a time during which I don't have internet set up yet. Sometimes that happens when you're moving, sometimes it doesn't. But if it does, I'm gonna have to come up with something else. That happened to me once when I was a kid. I moved out to go to university, and it took me like a week or two to get internet set up in my new place. So I just played the only offline PC game that I had, which was Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I just played the daylights out of it. I have Red Path Shield. Devil's Librum must be upstairs. I think it's in the fireplace. Is there a fireplace? I don't know. I looted the shield from here. I thought that was all there was. I think the Librum's somewhere else. I think this quest marker is messing with me. Like Elder Scrolls games? I thought I did because I played so much of that one, but I've come to realize throughout my adulthood that the main reason why I enjoyed that one so much was because I couldn't play WoW. I had nothing else available to play, so I put a bunch of time into it and got very invested. I was never able to recreate that with Skyrim, and I tried a bunch. I think it was a very unique circumstance in my life that let me do that. And I think if it happened again and I was stuck offline, I think I would be fairly well taken care of by a mix of Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. I think would keep me very busy. Both perfectly fine offline. Valheim, perfectly fine offline. Satisfactory. I think that I have enough offline games that I know that I like that I would be entertained. I never tried ESO. Never tried it. Haven't been. Let's do the Libram thing. And this and the sword. Different games, really like Oblivion more than Skyrim too. Maybe. I thought for sure I was gonna like Skyrim because of how much all of my peers did and how, I don't know, my friends at the time, because I was in high school, I was like graduating high school when Skyrim came out. My friends were obsessed. They would like run around outside yelling Fuss Roda, like it was crazy. They were so into it. They would cosplay. One of them had their mom make them stew. So that they could have like a themed meal. I am not finding this book. It is in here somewhere. It is upstairs. I swore it was. Been into Elder Scrolls since the mid-90s and Daggerfall. Yeah, there were a lot of Heir to the Knee memes. Oh, it is in here. It's just like buried. Oh, no, there it is. I just wasn't looking at it right. It was in the fireplace. I called it. I knew that. Well, I realized while playing Oblivion that I was only obsessed with Morrowind because I could use cheats constantly. Turn in one or two of these, then do the... we'll do the skulls. Well, I think there's another quest up there. Maybe pick it up on the way.
So nice to see you.
What do you want? That's what you want. Right. Yeah, I knew there was another quest I wanted out there. So cute. I do like having themed food for a game launch, actually. That's something that I used to do. I would make like Hearthstone-shaped biscotti for WoW launches and stuff. So we need to collect a bunch of skulls, plant some seeds, all kinds of good stuff here. I can't believe how long ago that was. It feels like a lifetime ago. I thought I was going to move home and then at some point run into somebody that I used to know. Not the case. Has not happened. Maybe I have and I just haven't recognized them or they haven't recognized me because it's been so long. Or maybe everybody else also left, you know? Like a lot of people will grow up here and then kind of spread out elsewhere in the world. But I haven't run into anybody. Oh well. Life moves on, I suppose. What are you doing? Besides, at this point, I don't even know how I would begin to catch up. So I think we just collect a bunch of fetid skulls and then we shake the crystal on them. As nice as it is, kind of expensive to stay. Yeah. And I think that employment options for young people, especially like young ambitious people, there are good jobs here, but there's like 6 of them. It's not a super hot employment market, so a lot of people... A lot of the nerds are going to get their degrees and then get out of here. Happened to me twice. One at my grandmother's retirement home. One has a daughter in my daughter's daycare. I have no idea if the people that I grew up and went to school with are like having children or getting married or anything. I'm not really in touch with anybody. I'm not on Facebook. I haven't been for years. Statistically, some of them must have children by now, which is just crazy to me. I mean, not that it's a bad idea. I'm happy for anybody that has done so. It's just because I haven't seen or talked to any of these people since we were teenagers. In my mind, they're still teenagers, even though I've grown up since then, and I'm sure they have as well. This is too funny to not share. My friend just found $5,000 in a tampon box that she had saved her entire teen years and completely forgotten about. Oh man. That invites some questions. Oh, I mean, great spot to hide your cash. A lot of people aren't going to go rooting around in there unless you have sisters in your house. But how on earth does a teenager have that kind of cash? I had cash in my room too, but it was like $10. Very unexpected to run into the one at daycare. Recognized each other because it was a small school. Didn't know each other. destroy a couple of these guys. Didn't have many friends in school, just acquaintances. After my 25th year reunion, didn't really care that much. I do have a little bit of regret that because I got so off of social media, and nobody has any other way of keeping in touch, that like I didn't, if there was a reunion, I didn't go to it for 10 years, and like I never will because no one's ever going to be able to get a hold of me. Oh, I need control runes, that's right. So I have like a tiny bit of regret of like not knowing what happened with anybody, just kind of, I don't know, curious, but it's just curiosity. I can just imagine they all lived happily ever after. I had some friends. I definitely had some friends, but I didn't really stay in touch with them after university, because like I moved out of the city to go to university, and then after I dropped out, I saw people once or twice more, but then when I moved to the States to get married, I completely lost touch with everybody. That was my own fault. Do schools still do reunions? I don't know. I don't know. I've never been invited to one. I'm assuming so. Maybe it depends on the school. How big is that cup? Large. Very large. Holds more water than my Brita filter does. So if I want to fill the cup all the way up, I need to do the Brita filter and then filter more water and then redo it. The Christmas gift. How do they find you? Don't understand. Honestly, I think Facebook. And I think without that, unless you're like in phone contact with somebody, I have no idea. Went to the school tour part of my 25-year reunion. Apparently the bigger meetup was at the bar in the evening. Hello, Legros. How you doing? After I got the cup as a gift, I've kind of cycled it in favor of the water bottle I used to use. The water bottle was more stable. This is a little bit top heavy. It's easy to knock over, but it fits in my car's cup holder, which is nice. I can't drive without having water on hand. I don't know why. It just makes me thirsty. And I get really annoyed if I realize I don't have water and I'm not going to be home for like 20 minutes. Even though, like, clearly I can survive. It'd be weird to go back and see what my past peers are up to now.
Goddess bless you.
Yeah, maybe other people aren't any more connected than I am. I've had this image of everybody else like keeping in touch and hanging out, but maybe they didn't, you know? It's probably not that unusual for people to kind of move away and lose track. One of my biggest pet peeves, it's awesome when the bottle can fit in a normal cup holder. There we go. The Red Pass Forgiveness one. This is the quest. It's like, it's not worth it. It's really not. I'm sorry. Getting back in the caravan. Why do I have to sit up on top with all this stuff? Terranar says because he's short. They stuck poor Gidwin up with the cargo. Oh dear. What level am I now? I am level 58. And we got 20 minutes. We can totally make it to 60. We can do it. Get another talent point spent. I think I want Soul Link. Maybe Oblivion. You can do it. Yeah. We got some more good quests coming up. I'm pretty sure, anyway. Although I do feel a little bit trapped in this zone. Like, I'm not going to go level anywhere else. I guess the Hinterlands is right there, actually. I didn't even think of that. For some reason, I thought the Hinterlands was in a different area, but I could just go. It's north of Arathi Highlands, so you could start off at the research station. Maybe I'll do that if I don't like these quests anymore. It would be pretty short travel. I swear I started the stream like 30 minutes ago. You were 53. Yeah, the leveling's been cruising. Blink and you're almost there. I attended a reunion once, 20 years ago. Every guy talked about cars and booze, and every girl about kids. That sounds like a pretty boring party. Cars and booze and kids.
buying and selling is in the blood.
Am I going to Lights Hope Chapel? There are some good quests over there. Oh, yeah. I know where I am. I know where I'm at. We got some more stuff to do. We don't have to get out of here just yet. I already hate parties that are fun, let alone parties that are boring.
What can I do for you?
Made my dog a gotcha cake yesterday for her 6th gotcha day. Aww. Okay, we're not doing the fish. The fish is bait. Fish is a mistake. Might be able to do the cultist thing. That's very cute. My puppy is gonna turn 2 in next month. He's gonna have a birthday, and then 3 months later he has a gotcha day because we got him when he was 3 months old. I can't believe he's gonna be 2. I'm not okay. I have not made any peace with it whatsoever. I know that feeling. It happened so fast. I feel like I was just thinking about getting a dog one day, let alone, oh, okay, maybe we'll look at puppies, let alone they're gonna give me a puppy, let alone my puppies too. You know, like when did that happen? I was just yesterday, I was on stream taking the phone call of they're gonna let me have a puppy. My dog and Moose turned 2 already. He's all grown, well, he's not all grown up, but he's growing up. He saw one of his friends on his walk this morning, and the owner of Moose's friend was like, Moose, you're just the happiest dog in the world, because he really is, especially if he sees one of his dog friends. He's just like over the moon in love with it. So happy. Let me at him, let me at him. Combine 7 pieces of living rot. How much living rot do I have? Any? I know these hibernal runes you can actually sell, I think. Or the dark runes, maybe. Remember that stream and being so jealous, and little did I know that I would follow suit a week later. Our lives are kind of on a parallel, huh? We're getting, because you got engaged recently also, and then didn't you get a house? I feel like we're twinning a little bit. My other dog, he saw his 3rd favorite human twice today, and he does a little kangaroo hop thing. Aww. Moose let a stranger pet his head yesterday. It was very strange. He introduces himself to people all the time, but normally he just wants to sniff them, and then the second they try to pet him, he'll just kind of duck out of the way. And he sniffs this woman, and she's like, oh, you're so cute. And then she goes to pet him on the head, and he just lets her. Which he's never in a million years done to somebody he doesn't know before. Like, it's never happened. It was so weird. I don't know if that lady just had, like, the vibe, or if she caught him off guard, or if he's just changed his mind and he's decided that pets are cool and he's going to let him happen. But, like, it was so funny because, like, we saw her go in for it, and we were just kind of waiting for him to say no thank you and to, like, duck out of it. But then he was like, oh, yeah. She had, like, big nails. She had big manicured nails, and she was, like, scratching his head, and he seemed really into it. We were looking, decided we're going to wait a bit more. No longer going to stay in this area. That's very reasonable. Dog and engagement front perfectly parallel. Tried 3 times in Zekfir 2. Not quite quick enough today. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let it rest. Sometimes it's a lot easier to come back and do something. 4-man Jairus. I need 1 more living rot. And then I'll have that kill with purpose quest done. Really zooming through? Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this. It really picked up at a certain point. Kinda, I would agree, kinda like 40 on went much faster than it felt like 1 to 30 did, which is strange, right? Like, you'd think that would be backwards. Let's do a few things here. And let's do a Seed of Corruption, and we'll do a little Wild Taint, maybe a little Haunt. Some very slow Malefic Rapture because I have triple Cursive Tongues on me. Good grief. Oh no, these are not caster friendly. Sucks that whenever we move to a house, it's going to cost a lot more. Yeah. But when it's the right place, it'll happen. Home's out there. I like to think that my house is out there somewhere, and then sometimes I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I wonder how a house is. I'm kind of anthropomorphizing a house that I don't even know yet. Wonder if it slept okay last night. Do you think it rained? Do you think it's wet this morning? You know how little kids, when they want a dog, they'll be like, I'll feed it, I'll give it water, I'll take it for walks, I'll pick up after it. That's me with wanting a house. It's like, listen, I'll clean the gutters, I'll get the roof maintained. I'll pay the insurance in a timely manner. Wherever we move to will likely be prettier than here. The plains of the Midwest. Maybe someplace with nice weather. Cleaning the gutters isn't fun at all. Listen, they'll be my gutters. I'm gonna fall off of my roof. There's magic in that. I know everybody says homeowning's miserable, and I'm sure they're right, but they can't possibly talk me out of it. I want it so bad. I want a place that's mine. Up to me. Mob up in the Stratholme area hits you with a huge int debuff, also not caster friendly. This quest sucks and I'm not doing it. I'm leaving. Off to the Lights Hope Chapel. We are... Oh, nearly 59. Yeah, we can do this. 100% with you. Loves shoveling a sidewalk, raking the backyard. I'm gonna shovel some snow, and I'm gonna... I don't know. It's gonna depend on what kind of place it is and where it is, but I'm gonna do all the things.
King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend. Be careful. Need help?
I don't think that's
Bless you.
doing me any good. Certainly negative things about homeownership. Not many people call it miserable.
Here there.
I don't know. I've seen that word come up quite a bit. I think it's stressful because it's a huge liability. Most people only have a couple of things that can crop up massive expenses at a moment's notice. Pets are one of them. Cars are another one. But a home is a really big one. Like, it's something that if you're renting and, like, I don't know, the HVAC blows, you're not the person who has to find, like, $15,000 to get it sorted. Whereas if you're homeowning, that's the kind of thing that can just kind of happen to you. So it's a lot more risk, I guess.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend.
Enter the crypt. But I want it very much. It is my biggest and fondest dream. I really hope it works out this time around. Since you've lived in Victoria, you're kind of in the blob where you get a tiny bit less rain. Do you think moving where it rains more will affect your mood in the winter? Maybe. I don't really super mind rain though. I got good rain gear. I got towels, you know. Keeps the ducks happy. It does. I feel like I can live with the rain, especially because I grew up in an area that was very, very rainy. I feel like the thing that gets my mood down is not so much the rain, it's the short days, and that's going to be kind of the same here regardless. But, you know, there's always stuff to look forward to. There's always something around the corner. Plus, I think that springtime is so exciting because of how kind of gloomy winter can be sometimes. I was supposed to use a thing back there. I'm really, don't mind me. Getting distracted. Raining gray skies endlessly. Yeah, it's a possibility. It is for sure a thing. Gonna buy a house this fall? Since the market is tanked? Probably won't. I am in British Columbia. I live in Victoria. Although, I'm not buying a house in Victoria. Can't afford it. I'm British. Rain is normal. Smoothie doesn't mind the rain. He'll go tromping right through puddles. We did kill Galley. We re-killed him last night. Last night was our first re-clear. Love living in an area where winter was just rain. You don't like snow. I could stand to have a little bit more snow. But that's because I'm spoiled, so I can stay home when it snows. I can just, like, assuming that I see the forecast and I know that it's coming, I can just stock up on supplies and then be like, all right, I'll see you guys in like 2 weeks when it melts. Assuming that it melts in 2 weeks. If it's snowy all winter long, then I'm gonna have to figure something out. Rain's different out there. Here, rain, complete downpour and storm. Went to Niagara Falls a few years ago. Loved the country. Falls were breathtaking. Yeah, there is, I mean, it's true in many places, but there is beautiful parks here. I'm in love with all of them. I'm really in love with the West Coast. I don't ever want to leave here. It's so expensive to live here, but it's fine. I love it here. This is home. Look at this guy with 2 first names. Really want to go to Banff one day? Every time I see you leveling, I want to level a new alt too that I will eventually abandon. Do it. Do it. Join the club. There we go. Trial of the Crypt sorted. Unleash wicked magic, not wicker magic. I thought it was going to be wicker magic for a second. What is that? 45-second cooldown. It's funny that they let me in. I mean, I guess I'm not the only undead in the crusade, but it's funny.
Light be with you, for the Alliance.
I did watch Wicked, I did.
Greetings.
I'm looking forward to the next part. I enjoyed it very much. Alright, so that's worm meat. Oh, this area is pretty good. This is decent questing. Leveling alts instead of doing undermine, kind of behind on things. It'll be there. It'll be around. It's not going anywhere. Um, 16 of these. Oh, there's a rare. Oh, it's a channel. That's kind of cool. Reminds me a little bit of Void Torrent. Same kind of cooldown. My big goal is to make it to 60 today before end of stream, and I think we can do it. We've got like half a level left. It goes so fast. Oh, I need to remember to be burying blades here. I buried one. Did I do it on accident? Corpses of Scourge Troopers. Oh, I see, I see. As long as I don't need to worry about the ones that I'm killing now, we're all good. Perfect. Happy about that. We did Browman, we did. Recently chose to specialize in general family medicine for LGBTQ+. Don't think I could be happier with the choice. Didn't even know this was a specialty when I entered school. That's wonderful. We're gonna need that now more than ever. Congrats on specializing. I wonder if I'm ever gonna have a doctor that I can see like in person. Or we got a little bit of a doctor shortage here. If you want to talk to one, you can get an appointment through your telecom provider. It's kind of call center farmed out. covered, though, at least. I just try not to be sick. I just try not to need any medical attention whenever humanly possible. Oh, there was more of it up here. Prefer to see patients in person. Yeah, I didn't even particularly want to see a psychologist virtually, even though all you're doing is talking, so theoretically it works, but I still feel like there's value to actually being in the room. So I don't know how it works with something that you're physically diagnosing. Aren't there, like, metrics that people take? You're gonna have them take their own temperature and look in their own ears? I don't get it. I'm sure you can kind of triage and, like, help people that you would just need to speak to, but, you know, it's a bit different from what I remember. I don't think I need to fight him. There's all kinds of stuff up here. This guy, you're rare. We need to do cultists specifically. We need some of these casters, yeah. And I like rituals for a quick med refill that they're already taking. Feel uncomfy, and most prescriptors agree. Starting new meds and someone via FaceTime, essentially. When you said Victoria, I thought you meant Victoria, Tasmania. Victorian's 2 hours ahead of me? Would have meant that you were starting at 2 a.m. their time. Yeah, no, Victoria, British Columbia. West Coast Canada. Not Tasmania. This would be a tough time slot for that. I stream at the times that I do because it's friendliest for the most amount of people, but it definitely is not very friendly to our Southern Hemisphere friends. Well, Southern Hemisphere and then that side of the world anyway. Whoa. I got a BOE epic. It's actually a transmog that I don't have yet. I mean, Gloves of Holy Might. That's a world drop. Not too shabby. Nice. Imagine if this was classic. They sound expensive. I'm sure someone somewhere is trying to sell them for cheap, but on this realm it looks like they're going for about 20,000 gold. I think I'm probably going to learn them. It's 20,000 gold I don't have to spend, huh? We are just about finished, but I am very, very committed to getting to 60 today. We're going to finish this quest and then the blade one, and we'll turn them in. See how we're doing. And then it's only going to be 10 more levels left. I wonder where I'm going to do my last 10 levels. I'm kind of... maybe Hinterlands, actually, because I'm running a little low on Plaguelands questing that I want to do. There is more Plaguelands questing, but it's not my favorite stuff. So we did the cultists. We literally just need to find one more of those little skelly guys. Maybe over here. Perfect. I use Auctionator. I used to use TSM. It's still very good, but I didn't need that much add-on anymore, so I switched to Auctionator. It pairs nicely with Craft Sim. Alright.
What can I do for you? See you around. Well met.
Level 60. Even more titles. Tormented, Proud, Breaker of Chains, Sin Breaker, Shrouded, Cryptic. Ooh, Cryptic is kind of cool. The Cryptic. Breaker of Chains like Daenerys Targaryen.
What's on your mind?
Nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna vendor those because that's gonna learn them to me. I will take that. Didn't expect to be getting a new epic transmog today. I might try to sell the Ogron Sash, or at least give it to Flabby to sell. If he wants to, he can vendor it and then never tell me, and that's fine too. Those I'll sell. Those dark runes. Those are worth. Cool. Oh wait, is that one worth anything? 8,000? Maybe. Thanks for sticking with me today. I appreciate the company very much. I'll be back tomorrow for a little weekend stream. I feel like we can, if we really put our minds to it, get this character at least to 70, but probably close to 80 tomorrow. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm gonna try for it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I appreciate your company, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!